we're not talking about nothing, but we're about to go voice live anyway. So. I tried to make you guys voice live, but I clicked the wrong button, so now I have to deal with the settings.
Oh.
Okay, now you're voice live.
Yay, voice live.
What are we gonna do?
I like cheese.
I had a thing that I was gonna say when we went voice live, but I forgot, so it doesn't matter.
So, chat,
Yeah.
I'm actually really good with not seeing the obvious sexual things.
That's one way to start voice live.
That's a way to start a conversation. Who starts a conversation like that? No.
So,
what kind
for
of
YouTube viewers who might be watching this and can't see the Twitch chat, there's nothing going on the Zoom call that you can't see.
Oh God,
He's
no,
talking
definitely
about
not.
the Twitch chat where people were posting emojis that look like penises. Well, not even emojis, just like 8 equals capital D. You know. Go ahead, kids. Type it out.
My first, my first
Whatever
thought
you
was
do.
it was just sunglasses and a smiley face.
Don't do, what is it? 5318008, and then turn the calculator upside down.
Yeah, boobs.
Yeah. That specific one's boobies, but.
Oh wait, why
what
did I do
kind of
that?
Yeah, true.
What kind of cheese do you think a ninja would use to kill people?
Sharp cheddar.
Yeah, I'm gonna say whatever it is, it's gonna have to be sharp.
I mean, they were also partial to chemical weapons too. So
I mean,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was just literally
For
thinking
some
like,
cheese.
It's some
what is-
stinky cheese, some real stinky cheese.
Yeah.
You know, Parmesan,
Straight
because
from
it's really
France.
hard and you could like
Just
beat somebody,
close somebody with
Yeah.
Parmesan. Oh my gosh.
You could sharpen it, you know, might get a cut or two out of it. Like just taking a like really
real
real.
fucking hard. Just one of them
Sharp
cheese
cheddar.
wheels.
Yeah.
Or I guess it's whoever you're trying to kill. It's just whatever their favorite cheese is. Then they just poison that. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, a nice soft Wensleydale. Oh, I haven't had it in ages. You know.
Grommet, no.
Wensleydale's pretty good, actually, as a cheese. It's an
One of the
English
best
cheese.
reactions I think I've seen was one of the Wallace and Gromit movies where he's been talking to this woman because he has like a crush on her the whole time in Wallace and Gromit. And he's like, "Oh, would you like to come in for some cheese?" And she's like, "Oh, I don't really like cheese." And he just his face is like
Big frown.
yeah, big
just
frown,
like
and just
that
like closes the
switch.
door on her. She's like, "Oh," like the whole movie he's been pining after this woman.
That's so
Like,
funny.
yeah,
That
I
sounds,
don't really like
that sounds about
cheese.
Oh man. Wallace and Gromit has some pretty knock it out of the park like bits in there every once in a while that just are just so
I
good.
kind of appreciate the animation, the art of it as well, because it was
I've always
stop motion. I
loved-
don't know if it's still stop motion. I think it's. I'm pretty
I
sure.
think-
it's-
I think it is because I remember an article that came out like 2 weeks ago that said, "Oh no, this studio is running out of clay for their stop motion things," and then they came out with a thing like, "No, we're not. Shut up."
right.
It's not like clay's that hard to manufacture.
Oh yeah,
good.
go
Yeah.
dig somewhere in Oklahoma.
You never fucking heard
Well,
of
I mean-
a shortage before.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there is like some sort of clay
Specific
shortage.
kind,
Like
or-
yeah, like oh, this very rare cheese that you can cheese. Sorry, Freudian slip. Clay that. Sorry, I was thinking about cheese. I think I
I'm
had
thinking
that.
about making a stop motion with cheese, but
Oh,
yeah,
God.
go ahead.
It's
That'd be
a
expensive.
greasy project. But yeah, yeah, special type of clay. You know, that's used for. I don't know. Like the mud they use to put on like baseballs or something like that. You know, that they get out of
Yeah.
the specific like swamp or whatever.
It's a river. It's in New York.
No
Swamp.
one cares, Dave. You're getting way too offended for something nobody cares about.
But you know, stuff like that. Like oh yeah, that very specific type. You know. Also, I
You
was
had
on
to pick
PlayStation
the
chat
wrong
earlier.
thing.
I'm
It's
saying
in
it
New
now.
Jersey, actually.
I was
It's
in PlayStation
New
chat
Jersey. It's in New
earlier,
York.
and I said, "Well, I gotta get off so I can get ready for the stream." And Snipe was like, "Oh yeah, I'll probably tune in." Or let me rephrase it. He said, "Oh, I'll tune in." He didn't even throw that probably in there. That was me giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, get his ass.
I don't
in
see
here.
him in chat. I'm calling you out, bud.
Boy.
Yeah, I
Was it
just
because
refreshed.
you were-
I don't see him.
Your kill death was not superb like mine. In my riot shield antics, in my full auto Desert Eagle. 7 rounds of full auto.
In other news, it's almost the end of the year.
No.
After today, there's only one more stream. We're only going to stream one more time this year. It's
And
crazy.
that stream will be a TTRPG stream.
No, it'll be something else because we're not doing that on stream anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not?
No, that is a Patreon
see,
exclusive
look at you,
now.
not paying attention.
That is a Patreon exclusive now.
Yeah, you gotta
I
give
didn't
them
know.
money now.
We said that at the end of the last one.
Yeah.
Looks like someone didn't watch.
Yeah, I didn't
We
watch
also said
fully.
so outside of that. But yeah, making a TTRPGs moving to Patreon. The new tiers are going to come out in February, so we'll have one. We'll have a new tier that has the making a TTRPG. It'll have some writing that I'm doing for stuff in the world of Shard, and an audio version done by Hyperphase over there. And then we'll be doing our new podcast that has no name yet, where we're going to be reviewing stuff with some
Heck yeah.
twists. It'll be good stuff. But yeah, those will come out in February. But, yeah, we're going to be doing something else. Wait, is this the third one?
It is.
Curse it.
I want an idea for a name.
It is indeed the third.
Sleep on this podcast, or you can sleep to this one. How about that one? Please sleep to this podcast.
That sounds
No.
boring. That sounds a little
This is the
boring.
podcast you can sleep on. You can't listen to this while working. You can't listen to this while driving. You only get to put this on when you're going to bed.
Wow. They turn it on right as you fall asleep.
No.
That'd be awful. No, yeah, I don't know, we don't have a name yet. We'll name it eventually. But that's future news stuff. We'll figure out something to do for next week. Either we'll do some game shenanigans or something.
It's been a while since we done game shenanigans, so
I think that's probably the default game shenanigans until we come
Yeah.
to something else.
Yeah.
I have some other ideas, but for now, just keep it simple.
Future news, by the way, sounds like a great bit.
Oh. Like, yeah,
Dun, dun, dun,
that's
dun,
pretty
dun,
good.
dun, dun. Welcome to the News on 5. Today's date is February 14th, 2032.
Somebody put that on the wheel. Don't explain the wheel. Somebody put that on the wheel.
Okay, hold on. I'll do
got
that in a second.
Yeah, we're not going to explain the wheel. That's right. This is foreshadowing.
You don't even know about the wheel.
The wheel. Okay. I am adding it to the wheel right now.
Cool. Yeah, future news.
Oh, is it in? It's in Sheets, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in Sheets. I put it in a folder somewhere.
I was looking in the docs, not the sheets.
Cool. I think that's all the random shit we need to talk about for now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Cool. I guess
A little buzz, yeah.
someone explain where did we leave off last time? Since we're not doing a full recap anymore.
yeah, we're not doing a full recap.
We'll shorten
And
it
we're
up.
not face live yet, but last
Nope.
time, essentially we sent a message off to Psycon to, help the White Thrush so we can get our business done. And we made it back to the Burt Sag, right?
Yes.
Panda?
Which now
Okay.
we're going face live.
Family. And we're either going to wait for the letter to come back to us or probably sneak in anyway.
I like how for a split second that was a map with somebody's face. Oh, but yeah.
Yeah, it was this because I don't have it on the keyed out thing. I mean, I can move it over there.
Oh, okay. I see what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I could fix it pretty easily. It's just it wasn't there yet.
I am
still funny.
Setsegia. The Senate will hear about this.
Why
I am
is
the
your
Senate.
screen like that?
Okay.
Why must you do? There it goes.
That color is the wood.
Well, I let everybody who views it figure that out for themselves. I'm not going to
Sorry.
tell you what it is. It
Just for a
spoils the
split second,
test.
it had the
Yeah,
text of your name.
spoils the test.
But yeah, that's. I believe you guys had settled on waiting for the letter.
Yes. Yes.
as I
Unless
told you in
something
the-
else wild happens.
Right, barring anything crazy. And as I told you in the Discord, that the audience hasn't got to see, it's going to take about 10 days, assuming... No, it'll take 10 days for the letter to get back to you. That's the meta-knowledge. I basically set it at between 7 and 10 days, so I rolled 1d4 plus 6, and I rolled a 4. So, there you go. There you go. I forgot to put the welcome message. There it is.
And snail polls going up, everybody.
Cool. As
But no,
far as the... go ahead.
The stuff we do during the 10 days. Sorry, is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say, as far as stuff to do during the 10 days, I know Hyperphase, you said Eli wanted to try to, like, see if he could do anything with his dream walking stuff.
Yes.
And then Lamia wanted to do something I forgot.
I wanted to start making ponchos for the family.
That's right. I remember
also-
something that didn't take prep, but
Yeah. I also wanted us to explore around the area to see if we could find the nest, but not in the area they had like cordoned off, right? See if maybe the harpy nest was somewhere that the white thrush wasn't. Because obviously we haven't explored that whole wooded area. So that was going to be something we probably did during the day.
oh, no, I fucked it up.
I will remind everybody that we did get loot from the harpies. Can't I pull up my... No. We did get loot from the harpies, because I did save it as a document. And there's some rings and stuff in there that I don't know if they're magical. I don't think we had time to do that.
Yeah, I don't think we did either. I know there was like a wedding ring in there that we should have, when we went all the way back to Bayon, inquired about
We always should have.
it. I didn't think about it when we were there.
But yeah, I would like to get somebody to try and identify those during this time, or at least check to see if they're magic or not. The chances no, but still worth a chance.
Okay, which items specifically are you looking at?
We have. I mean, I would safe to assume the 4 copper rings are probably not, but there is a 1 gold ring set of engraved Thule, Harland and Ravina.
Not magic.
Then there's a
This is stuff Eli and Rahala can tell you, because
okay.
I was
There's
gonna
also
say,
a nice
I will
looking
boot
necklace
detect
with small
magic.
diamonds
There
inlaid.
you go.
one more time, Panda.
Nice looking necklace with small diamonds inlaid.
Booped for good habits.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You want me to read off the rest of the things, or are you looking for that one?
I'm checking that one.
Okay, just checking.
Not magical.
Hmm.
Just expensive.
This expensive.
Yep, just expensive.
Very well crafted leather choker with a gold and platinum engraving of a wolf with dots above it. Is what I have written down.
Yeah, that one is magical. You get faint transmutation off of that one.
Okay. And then I guess since we're doing everything, might as well show the. Look at the 4 copper rings. I don't know. I wouldn't enchant a copper ring, but Yeah. You never know.
This is the most
coverings are
backwards
not.
12 days of Christmas I've ever heard. Anyways,
They are not magical.
Okay.
uh,
Well, there's something that smells spicy like cologne.
Not magical.
Okay. There's a small rolled up paper with an arcane mark on it. Artistic version of Eli's face. I don't know if that's the same thing or a different.
yeah, that's the paper that they messed up my
That's the
mouth
same
on.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because they're all.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I heard a weird noise. I realized it was our washing machine trying to take off. You know how we do.
Yeah.
Since we're checking everything, 8 silver pieces defaced and turned into a bracelet. Again, doubt it, but
Is, not magical.
Okay.
By now.
by now.
By now, yes.
By now.
There's a small leather pouch as well. Might as well check. Look at all this stuff I got. Well, that, and that.
Okay, each of you roll me 1d10.
That.
Oh, I forgot to launch the game.
I rolled 10.
Yes, I know about turn order. Oh,
Do you? Anyways,
as much as I forget to click my thing. Tree.
Okay, you find 10 gold, 9 silver.
Oh. We never opened it.
money.
10 gold, 9 silver. Okay, let me put that in then. I mean,
You can just hold on to that. I told you I was going to reimburse you for expenses on those arrows, if you recall. So you can just hold on to that. I gave you half of the money you had spent, but you can also have that, and then that way I have to pay you less later.
that's true.
Which, by the way,
So-
it is a little bit odd for someone to just be carrying gold around like that. Most of
It's
it
a
is
lot of
silver and
a
copper,
lot of
yeah.
gold, too. 10 is not a small amount.
No, it is not.
I mean, guess it depends.
It's not a small amount to be carrying around in gold.
It's not a small
like
amount
actual gold pieces.
For a
Right.
regular person to carry around, yeah.
Well, you said 10 is not a small number. I'm like, 10
10 is not a small amount of gold for a regular person.
amount of gold, yes.
Yeah,
That's what I
we're
said.
talking
Amount
about.
of gold.
How many nuts did you eat? 10? How many arrows did you get shot with?
Yeah, one of those is significantly worse than the other.
Yeah.
Unless you're squash.
Squash. Oh, no, I can't be real. But yeah, I wanted to identify those things. So, is there somebody that can look at this very well crafted choker with gold and platinum engraving of a wolf with dots above it better? Because it has a fake transmutation, or is it?
Yeah, for sure. You got 2 people who could potentially identify it. Which I will need Knowledge Arcana from both of them. So Eli, you do yours first while I pull up Rahala's sheet real quick.
Gotcha. Knowledge Arcana coming right up. I should just drag this over and make a quick macro like I did for Thursday.
Right?
Ooh, there we go.
Oh, that's the wrong thing.
29.
Oh, nice. Okay. I don't think she needs to roll. But we'll do it anyway, just to get more rolls on the board here. Is this the proper one? Okay, cool. It's updated. Good. And she has a bonus to identifying magic items, I believe. Research, modify, create new. No, does not apply. Okay. Oh,
Man, we both rolled 17.
got the same roll.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, you guys are actually able to figure out that at first you both think this is a choker of body alteration,
Okay.
but just like a odd, like a crudely made one. Normally they're made of very exquisite looking materials because they're supposed to be very fashionable, and they actually will subtly alter your your form to be more attractive and like optimized for appearance. They can even make you a little bit taller or shorter or thinner or heavier, just whatever it is that it's the ideal in your mind.
At taller, I start to put it on.
But
I will slap your hand like a
what?
parent trying to prevent their child from taking a cookie.
as Sam is going to put it on, that's when you're noticing a subtle oddity in the magic. The slapping out of his hand goes a little bit. You probably hit him a little harder than you mean to, because you realize that this item is actually a cursed item.
Good thing I slapped you then.
You both notice about the same time that the magic initially presents as that. It actually seems to make you. It seems to instead affect your mind. The faint transmutation is a ruse. Well, that's not quite true. It does have a transmutation effect, but there is an enchantment effect behind it, and like a bit of illusion as well. It makes the person believe that they are their ideal form. They see themselves as what they imagine as the most beautiful. However, their outward appearance very quickly begins to reflect their actions and their behavior. So if they become vain and selfish, they begin to become more hideous physically to other people.
No, I'm cute as hell.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam is cute as hell. Sam is the goodest person, the goodest bean. Has become a walking lima bean.
You're right.
The sideburns.
So you could call it the choker of inner expression, though it's a bit of a misnomer. Yeah, you both noticed that. There are some mechanical penalties that come along with it to like disguise and charisma checks and things, but won't get into the nitty-gritty of those. Just know it is a cursed item for sure.
Oh, so don't wear this.
No, do not put that on.
You think we could trick somebody into wearing it?
Easily.
And then be like, hey, look in this mirror?
Yes. I think we could do both of those things very easily. The problem is, who would we do that to?
That's true.
I wouldn't feel terrible about doing it to.
The person that you have look in the mirror?
No, yes. Or either of those things. I would feel bad about tricking a person into doing either of those two things. Unless it was Tressadorat. She can jump off a bridge.
Eli, speaking of which, give me a quick intelligence check.
Okay. Just straight intelligence?
Just straight intelligence.
Okey-doke.
This is actually to recall a detail. 13 is good enough with the evidence you have in front of you. It actually dawns on you, now that you guys are talking, and probably Rahala talks about the choker of body alteration she knows about and that kind of thing. It dawns on you, Tressadorat was wearing a choker of body alteration. You're certain of it. Unless it's just a, like, ridiculously well-made choker, it, like, fits every other description that you know of. You'd have to, like, examine it more closely to be, like, 100% sure, but you're pretty certain.
She's ugly.
Or she's not particularly what she's presenting as.
Like, it doesn't completely disguise you, but it does make you the ideal version of yourself. So, likely she is a conventionally attractive woman, but that puts her over the top, essentially.
Yes, like all your NPCs. Attractive. No. Oh no, they're attractive.
That way, honestly.
He's
I'm not throwing shade. I'm just making.
I know.
Oh, no. I'm gifting it up today.
Interesting. Well, I mean, that's just what makeup does, stuff like that. Perfume makes you smell better.
Indeed, it does. Indeed, it does. Okay.
I know when we were kids, we'd get our long sleeve shirts and we'd stuff hay in the arms and make it look like we got big muscles. We'd flex at each other, but then we'd get real itchy.
But yeah, if you look at the actual item,
I would love to see that.
body alteration thing, it can like make you look up to 10 years younger and other kind of
Ooh.
shit like that.
Wow.
It's
She could be an old crone. Provided that was actually a choker body alteration and not another item masquerading as one.
yeah.
Since we just ran into that here, obviously. So it's interesting to know. Feel like I've learned something.
There was
sorry,
a Harpy wearing this also, by the way.
yeah. I'm just thinking about Sam
Wait, a Harpy
turning
was
himself
wearing
into a
That's what you pilfered it off of.
walking scarecrow by shoving hay into his shirts. Sorry, that's distracting.
Okay. Well, none of that is. We've discovered that. Back to what I was actually going to do for the time. Sorry, because that's where we were. I just wanted to get those items out of the way. I'm going to be doing some hunting and gathering. Hunting for somebody and then gathering for me.
Are you just trying to like get rations and things, or like, what are you actually after?
Well, meat for the meat eater, and
right.
You said that in a very meat for the meat eater, in a very like blood for the blood god,
blood god,
skull
yeah, it's kinda-
throne, like vibe.
I was gonna say meat for the meat god, but yeah,
Pause.
I think that's a different thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Got cashew stuck in my throat.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
For him. Cashew.
If I die from a cashew, if I die from a nut,
that yes is peak irony.
like
I just mentioned
irony.
squash earlier. So
Why would it be irony? It happens.
We have a friend who is allergic to peanuts, and Panda has contemplated how to murder him multiple times via peanuts.
Okay,
so
right.
if he died from a nut, it would be very ironic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
So the objective, other than like feeding Lamia, which is simple enough.
Yeah.
Do you have any other specific thing you're trying to get out of the gathering things?
I would like to find, if possible, some maybe wild herbs, not like healing herbs, but like thyme, mint, so, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that would just we could add into our rations. That would just make it taste better. Or like, ah man, rations again. Yes, but vegetable cracker with mint on it.
You want to get your Scarborough fare on. I got it.
Sorry, just saw somebody's name.
Oh, okay. Yes. I laughed at that one earlier too. If you were laughing at something.
I know that one's a little bit more in depth. Sorry, but
No, I'm just looking for a few things real quick here. Okay.
well, we have animals. I don't necessarily want to start whacking those guys off for somebody. No, I'm joking.
Okay, give me a. I'll do one survival check, one knowledge nature, and then roll me 2d10. Actually, no, wait on the d10. We'll see.
Natur.
Mm-hmm.
Wood.
So,
Good or not
survival
the
and then nature.
Survival the
Survival
nature.
first, and then nature. Yeah. I
Nature's
imagine you're
mental.
looking in the forest, so that counts.
Okay. Just want to check.
Okay.
It's a 5 on the die. Yeah. But
still total of 20. So
yeah. And a nature.
yes. 6 on the die.
Also
Nice.
not great. At least it's on things I'm skilled at.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do just 2d10. So okay, 3 each time. Speaking of irony, you find a shitload of mint. like a lot of really nice wild mint out there. You find a couple of different like big patches of it out there.
I so badly want to make ice cream. Anyways, and put mint.
Hey, yeah, have y'all tried mint milk?
Yeah, have you guys had this? It's
Cold
great.
mint milk. Yeah.
Yep. But no, it's like legitimately pretty good shit out there.
Yeah.
You don't. I don't know. You probably have had whatever mint crop kind of grows out here in Setsenju before. You know, it's actually quite a bit stronger than what you find back home. You don't know if it's because of the soil or what, but it tends to be a pretty strong and a little bit sweeter. Just like that natural kind of like impression of sweetness you get from mint leaves. Yeah, they're pretty flavorful out here. You find quite a bit of it. Let's say if you were gonna gather it and but try not to like, kill
Decimate
the crop or whatever.
Yeah. Decimate the population. No mint shall grow here again.
Well, then you'd only be
Probably
taking a
get,
tenth
like,
of
2
it.
pounds of it. Yeah.
How much?
You probably get about 2 pounds of it,
Oh, damn.
and that's still leaving plenty because you find like more than one place that it's growing.
Yeah. Well, obviously it grows well here, so I'm not going to take all of it. That way it will replenish.
The nice thing about mint too, though, is if you just take sprigs and stick them in the ground, it'll grow. Mint grows fast, man.
That's how much you can take and be totally fine, completely safe. We don't need any more rolls. You can take. There's a lot more than that if you want more than that, but
Is it possible to unearth some live, take a potted sample, take it back?
easy. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I'm gonna do that with a couple of them, so we can add it to garden around. It's like, oh yeah, we could throw it around the house.
Okay. That works. Yeah, I'll make you roll for that. Your skill is high enough that that's not
Yeah.
difficult.
You should make sure you
Transplant
put that in a bordered area, though, because if not, your whole yard's gonna be mint.
No.
Well,
It's a weird prank. No.
it's a weird.
No. Specifically, I'm gonna take it to. I've forgotten their names.
Millie and Milford.
Yes, thank you. Million Milford. Probably either of them's like, hey, that all is out, blah blah blah, yada yada, and let them do with it what they want.
Okay. Yeah, they'll get a garden, so they'll put one of the kids to setting up the garden, give them something to do.
Sorry, kids, I made you do work.
Oh, they gotta learn eventually. But, okay, cool. Yeah, that's easy enough. You can still have 2 pounds of mint if you want that for tea or whatever, right?
Yes. Gotta mix it with beeswax and some sap.
breath
I'm gonna work it into a paste, and then I'm gonna put it in my mouth and chew it constantly. No,
I'm
Work
just
my
gonna
jaw.
call you Samuel Wrigley then.
But cool. You do that. And then Lami, you wanted to make ponchos.
If they had the any materials or kits to do it with, and if not, then I would go try and buy some materials in the kits.
Yeah, they have like sewing kits and stuff. They're not gonna have just like a bunch of extra cloth that you could make like a whole poncho out of. They've got you find like a lot of scrap cloth, so you're gonna make like piece together patchwork ponchos. You could, but if you want an actual like effective one that you don't have to sew together several pieces of scrap cloth, then you gotta go into town for it. Which you have 10 days, no big deal.
Yeah. I'll do that.
So how many ponchos are you trying to make?
If Lami's gonna take a trip to town too, I want to see if we can investigate that ring we found when we're in Bion. I'll go with her and do that as well. So after this, just so you know.
Well, as many as I can. Like,
Basically,
I
just
know
gonna do that
there's
for
10
10
days,
days.
but... Huh?
You're just gonna do that for 10 days, basically,
Yeah.
until you run out of time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna go get materials. I'll figure out how much that costs here in a second. Eli, give me a diplomacy for gather information. So we're trying to. I'm assuming you're trying to figure out who this ring belonged to, or if you can
Yes.
return it. Okay.
Look, you take my ring.
Booyakasha.
Take my ring out of the treasure. What are you doing with my ring? I pulled out of a corpse fair and square.
28. You don't need to worry about the time. 28's pretty fucking high, though. So what you find out is it's nobody there commissioned it. You find like a local jeweler and like a person who forges rings and stuff out there. That's not there all the time. They pretty much will come through occasionally, and they'll like be there for a few months at a time, and they'll work for a while. Then they'll usually leave either to go like learn some new things or whatever else. They're like a traveler.
Okay.
So they're not there at the moment, but the person who actually sells their stuff is there and tells you that they remember getting this ring commissioned and sold, but it wasn't to anyone in town. It was to some people who lived in like a really tiny little tiny thorp that's off to the southeast. Definitely past the Burtsack farm. It's over there, like near the coast.
Okay.
So for
Hey,
you guys, it'd be in like this region. You can see my pin
Okay.
there.
Yep.
okay. Was the harpy who was wearing the choker the same one that had the ring on?
Hmm.
No.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm.
It's not going to alter you enough that somebody's going to marry you if you're a
No,
monster.
It's not enough for that.
No, but I was just curious. I had that idea, so...
I have a new way to lure them in. We don't have to kidnap them anymore. Puts on the choker. I'm hot now. Sounds.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just confirming, that's all.
Why does your harpy sound like little Karibo doing Yami Merrick?
Because I got 3 voices.
Ignore me!
Ignore me. Okay. I marked it on the map also. You have Tiny Thorpe there now.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I might do that because I wanted to scout around for the harpy nest anyways, so
That makes sense.
might go that way. See what we find.
Okay. Cool. So you do that, and you guys get back. I forgot how much we were charging for ponchos. Hold on.
For YouTube at home, I asked if I attach mint to a spear. Is that spearmint?
Nobody needed to know that.
Yeah, just friggin'. Oh man.
I mean, it fills in the silence, so...
Oh gosh.
We could always do the elevator music.
Oh, that was actually a 30, by the way, Patrick, because the 2 from Affable isn't added in on that.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
So that was actually a 30.
It's the elevator song. Yeah.
That's the Tijuana Brass. Or not Tijuana Brass. What is the name of that song? It's by the Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. What's the name of that song that you're doing?
I don't know. The elevator song.
No, it's
I don't remember.
yeah, that's from Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass.
I don't remember how much how much we were saying the base price for ponchos was.
Yeah, I don't really remember. I know it wasn't a gold, I'm pretty sure.
No.
I almost bought a poncho recently.
Am I spelling it wrong? I probably am. That's probably what's happening.
It's really cool looking.
It's 5 silver.
That's okay. So okay,
I'm
so
spelling it wrong. I spelled it with an A.
Ancho?
Mm-hmm.
whoopsies. Okay, just 5 silver, or are we
That's
multiplying
the
that?
base cost.
Okay.
So that would mean for crafting it, you're paying a third of the cost for materials. So that's going to be basically we'll just call it 2.
Okay.
So 2 silver per poncho.
The name of that song is Spanish Flea, and it is Herb Alpert and Tijuana Brass.
Okay, we'll see how many ponchos I end up crafting, and then I'll take it out after that.
Well, unless you're gonna, I don't know if you want to keep
buy
running
material?
back to Bayan for materials every time you run out, or if you just want to buy some
I mean, in theory. Wait, what are you making it out of?
cloth.
Fabric? Okay.
Wool,
Not that we have
leather.
tanning materials available.
They have both in Bayan, wool and leather, the primary things they tend to be made out of. So,
Gee, if we only knew somebody who had a bunch of wool.
No, my family's ponchos are not made from wool.
so you guys do leather ponchos?
Probably, because that will help the.
Well, they're not gonna have like vinyl. Like
No, I know,
so-
but okay. We don't know how long this will take, so for now, I would buy. I mean, because. Am I allowed to use meta knowledge?
Absolute limit. You're gonna. You know it's gonna take between 7 and 10 days.
Okay,
You
so
don't
I guess I'd
necessarily
buy
in
all
character
10
know
then.
It's gonna take 10 days, right? So,
Right.
but it could take up to that.
Okay, so I'll buy 10 ponchos worth.
Cool.
Okay, I gotta do math.
So that's 2
Excuse
gold.
me. Oh, 2
Yeah,
gold.
math.
Yeah.
That's much easier for me.
Said Panda Never.
Okay. Alright, spent.
Okay. Let me double check. Rules for crafting that I have not looked at in forever.
Yay! I mean,
Boo. Fucking boo. Okay, here we go. Okay, cool. Give me a craft poncho roll. We're gonna have to do a few of these, obviously. Okay. Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll say that means that the first poncho is gonna take you 2 days. They're not
Yeah.
super hard to make.
Yeah.
And you're not trying to make them masterwork. So, so yeah, fairly pretty bad roll. So that one, instead of taking you a day, it takes you 2 days.
Yep.
So on to the next one. That's another day down. You're 3 days. We'll say you get probably 9 days out of it, right, for the day of travel and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, keep going.
Oh, sorry.
oof.
That one takes 2.
It takes
Next.
2, baby.
Next. Next.
Hot rolls, get your hot
Next.
rolls. Come on, baby.
Final. One more.
Give me that natty.
There you go.
Oh, it
I
was
went
ascending
from
though.
30, 31, 32, 33.
You did. You counted.
Did she do
So
one
that's-
more just to see, or do
It's
you want to
9
save that?
days of panchos.
No, save it. Save it.
Yeah, save it.
I wasn't counting how many you completed. I think that's 7, right? 'Cause there were only
1,
2
2,
days.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 7.
Cool. Is there any specific, like, minor little designs or anything you're trying to put in them? Or
Yeah, I always do abbreviations of the name
okay.
knitted into the poncho. So
Okay, nice.
all of the main family that have a name right now, you know, Charlie, Coop, and Millie, and Milford get one.
Okay. And then
Real hot.
whoever
And 3
else.
random people. Yeah.
There's a lot of them, and
Yep.
they are definitely liking the ponchos. So you do get the chance to like plug your family's business here because they're all like because they know you're not gonna have time to make ponchos for everybody.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
crazy.
Lamia will gladly do that. Like, oh yeah, and my mom's even better than this. I mean, than I am at it. is so good, and
You're from Delgi, aren't you?
I'm pretty sure I am.
Pretty sure you're from Delgi. That's not close. It's not like the furthest either, though.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's close enough distance to like put an order in and have them shipped at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's not too difficult. Nice. So yeah, they're definitely happy with that. They all kind of want ponchos, and they're asking for them for like birthday presents and that kind of thing. So you definitely cause a bit of a stir, not in a bad way.
No. Yeah. He.
And Sam is able to provide you with raw animals during the time.
Aminals?
Yes. Bobby the Rooster lives yet another few days.
Yeah, you get pretty used to just like it's never the first thing in the morning. It's always like after most people are like getting up or whatever. There's always somebody who's just like, God damn it, Bobby. There's always
Hey, Bobby,
at
do you
least
want some
one person.
mint? Bobby, I'm gonna start feeding you mint. No reason.
No
I
reason.
just want to see as a test to see if you live on nothing but mint for a week.
Occasionally, usually it's followed by Millie being like, "Watch your mouth," But sometimes it's Milford yelling it, and then nobody. You don't hear it because you assume that she's probably next to him, and just like, "Watch your language." But either way, that's consistent. There's always the dueling roosters each morning.
Dueling roosters.
Mhm.
That sounds
Come
like
down
a
to the Dueling
great metal
Roosters bar.
song.
Anyways,
Right?
it just makes me think of the dueling piano, like specialty
Yeah.
bars, but in this case, it's just roosters.
It's a lot less musical than you would hope. Just-
Sounds like a quest for Legend of Zelda on the Dueling Peaks, where they
Or
have
it's
a
like
Mhm.
it's
Kuko.
like chocobo riders, like
Yeah.
jousting, but they're just roosters instead of chocobos. That's the other thing I can think of.
Oh god.
Sounds like a weird, like, it doesn't matter. So,
Yeah.
you guys get pretty used to that. But several days pass as you guys are doing this. We'll say we'll pick up probably at like day 7 or so. This is by the time you've gotten all of that information. Lamia hasn't finished doing the poncho crafting yet. But we'll say that you've already had a chance to plug the family business and stuff by now. Sam, you've found the mint, all that kind of stuff. And then Eli, were you still wanting to try to go find that Thorpe, or do you want to wait?
Well, if I would not want to go by myself since they're all busy. I'll wait to do that, but so I'll just do my dream walking thing.
Lamia's poncho making doesn't always take a whole day.
I'm not. It's a ride. It's like the same distance to Bayon. This is a day trip. This is not 2 hours that we're gonna go do.
And one craft check for an item is assumed to be 8 hours of work. So
Yeah, so not.
it doesn't take
not-
all day, but it's some time. Okay, so we'll go to the dream walking practice thing, which I assume mostly happens at night. Okay, so what's the approach for this? How does he try to experiment with this? This obviously could have been happening over the course of many of these nights, so feel free to tell me what trial and error occurs.
Yeah, so I think first step is just gonna be like chatting with Aldwin and being like, okay, so like in the dream, we need to like meet up, like trying to like get the plan during the daytime. Like he and Aldwin are gonna try to work on this. So it's just me talking to my shadow on the floor for long periods of time. And then it's like that attempted where you just go to sleep, but it's like trying to focus on meeting up with Aldwin is the thought when I go to sleep that first night. And like as it progresses, it's going to be like trying to go down like the lucid dreaming style rabbit hole where you build in keys that when you see this thing, I'm dreaming. So that way I can know, and then I can start affecting it and like trying to go through places. Because as long as I have agency in the dreamscape, I feel like I can look around and figure out what I'm supposed to do.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna do a wisdom check for this.
Yay, my best stat. Chat, that is heavy
That's gonna be a fun
sarcasm.
roll.
It is by far my worst stat. Yes.
Yeah. Team 0 modifier.
But I rolled a 17, so that's pretty
17's
nice.
pretty solid. You keeping the 17, or you want to modify that anyway?
I'll just keep it. That's fine.
Okay. So, over the course of the first, 3 or 4 nights, we'll say 4 nights, it doesn't at first really feel like it's making much progress, but you know this is the kind of thing that tends to take time. After, we'll say after the 3rd night, you do get a little bit of feedback from Aldwin. It's not in vocal form, whatever, but it's just he seems to be a bit more animated when you're trying to talk to him about it. He's kind of pantomiming, letting you know that something happened, you just don't remember what it was.
Right.
We're quite able to hold on to it. Night 4 is when you lay down, you start trying to focus in. What's the thing that you use as your anchor? Right?
I think I would use. So I was thinking about this too. Is it would be something that there's no way I would normally see in a normal day, right? Because that's the point of lucid dreaming. Some people use the bouncing ball or a beach umbrella or something weird like that. Since I don't have any of those things, in this case, it would be it would be the flying book. Because that stupid flying book that attacked me. So if I see a flying book, I'm like, oh, I'm dreaming.
Okay. So yeah, you do have a dream where you seem to be stranded in the Setsi wilderness. It actually kind of reminds you of when you were traveling the first time, before you'd established your business, before you'd even had a secure place to sleep after your escape. Except in this dream, you never could quite find the road, and you never could quite find the coast. It seemed like no matter how far in one direction or the other you traveled, you just never ran into it. It doesn't strike you as odd, rather than just panic-inducing, until finally, out of the trees, there's a flock of birds that you seem to startle as you push past some branches, and you look up to see that they are not birds. Indeed, they are books. They are chirping like birds and flapping, just scattering through the branches up ahead, a bunch of leaves falling down, and there's that moment of some fucking weird books flying around. Oh shit. So you kind of able to center yourself there for a moment, and other things begin to stand out, like the fact that Aldwin is also with you, just kind of standing up. He's completely made of shadows still, but you notice he still can't talk to him. He seems to be gesticulating and kind of speaking, but there's no words coming out, so it's like when you're awake. And you can tell sort of what he's saying, but it's not like it's vocalized. And you can mostly just get the impression that he seems to be playing along with the dream. Mm-hmm. He's just kind of like, yeah, we've been walking this way for 12 days now, and we really need to find some water. That's not his accent, but he's not actually talking, so I'm not doing it. Right. He seems to be playing along with it. In this sort of, there's a bit of a resigned attitude, as if maybe he had already been trying to get you to realize you're dreaming and it wasn't working, and so he's just like, alright, fuck, I'll play along. But then once you finally come to, he's he seems really excited and gets hella animated, like you're used to seeing whenever something interesting happens, and he starts just running through the trees, despite the fact that you still feel the effects of the dream, so you feel really fatigued and hungry, and your mouth is really dry because you're dehydrated, and it's fucking humid as hell because it's always raining and you're under a canopy. You're basically in a rainforest, just with a different kind of tree. But once you're kind of in there, you know you can ignore that or will yourself through it a bit. I know charisma is your highest mental stat, so go ahead and give me a charisma check.
All right.
18, nice. So yeah, you're able to kind of shrug off the fatigue and everything, and instead you feel energized, you feel good, you feel like you got a good night's rest, but you still had a cup of coffee just to, just for that extra kick.
Yeah. Pep in my step.
You feel well fed. You feel like all the meters seem to fill up to their proper amount, and you're able to pretty easily keep up with Aldwin as he's hauling ass through these woods. You don't know where he's going. He doesn't really properly communicate that, but obviously somewhere. Something to do with the plan. Aspects of it you don't quite remember because it's stuff that he's supposed to come up with. But after a pretty short amount of time, you do reach a clearing. And even once you step into it, you notice it's almost like the trees all take a step back, so the clearing expands. They don't like step up and backward on like feet. It's just that they obviously like move away from you in like a single unit of movement at the same time. When you reach the clearing, you do see we'll just call it what it is, an alarming sight. That of a very, very large wolf who is just sitting in the middle of this clearing. Aldwin doesn't seem too alarmed. He just kind of runs out there. As you enter it, you see this fucking giant wolf. And the instant you lay eyes on it, it becomes nighttime. It was the middle of the day. It was a little dark because of the canopy and stuff, but when you walk, when you can kind of see into it, it was bright. As soon as you step out into it, it's like the sun and the moon just swap places. But it doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence at all. It just seems to be sitting there kind of just basking in the fresh air. Aldwin does make this after you gesture towards it.
I'm gonna do that double take where I point at the wolf, look at him, point at the wolf, be like, "No way!"
Kind of just I ain't going over there. It's just
fine. So I walk over towards the wolf.
Start walking towards it. You see the jowls and stuff kind of move, and it sort of alters its head a little bit, just moves a little bit. Kind of reminds you of maybe something that hasn't moved or spoken in a long time. It's just kind of I guess I gotta talk. And you can see the snout, open, the mouth and everything starts to move. It doesn't move in the way that a person's would when speaking, but you understand the words that come out. It just says, "I was wondering how long it would take you to reach this place. Your talent is growing."
So okay, so who are you?
I am no Luxifix, of course.
Oh, that's what I was worried about.
Laughing at Molly's face.
Yeah.
There is no need for us to bring harm to one another here. It would mean very little.
I agree.
Kind of shifts to sitting a bit taller, and then stands up on the hind legs and seems to morph pretty quickly. The fur all seems to suck into the body, into the form of a demi-man wrapped in what looks like these fine silks that seem to be spattered in blood and feathers and bits of fur and other things. No shoes, anything like that. Has very dark red hair that seems to just be cascading in waves down the form, all the way down to the ground around him. It's not well kempt. It looks wild and untamed, and yet there is this element of I don't know how to describe it. There's something about them that is oddly comforting to be near. He just lets out a long sigh and says, "This is a place we can talk without reservation, Mr. Wasif. As you know, your ally is bound to me in a way that I know you do not enjoy. But I would rather us be on the same path than as enemies. I think we could accomplish a lot if we were... Thingamajig, hold on. I think we could accomplish a lot if we weren't at each other's throats, working against one another. Lamia would be dead were it not for my power. These miracles performed under my care are not given freely, but they are given and they are earned. The point that I'm getting at is I think it would be best if, rather than finding a way to rid her of what you see as some kind of curse, perhaps she should simply embrace what has kept her alive. That's it.
Well, okay. Well, ultimately, mate, that's up to Lamia, not me. But I don't see any reason why we should be fighting or anything either. I do appreciate you keeping my pal kicking, but it's all how she sees it, not how I see it.
It's spoken with a humility that I haven't seen in you before. You do have influence, Mr. Wasif. She does listen to you. Your opinion holds sway in some sense. It would be good to encourage her to survive, and more than that, to thrive.
But, I draw the line at telling people how to live their lives. So, or deaths, whatever. It's not my thing. But look, you're old hat at this walking around in the dream stuff, right?
The head tilts a bit.
Yeah. You've done this a while.
Interesting expression, yes.
Okay. So, like, you don't have to divulge any trade secrets to me, but, like, is Lamia the only person you're currently connected to, or can you, like, go between people?
You can see there's, like, a lot of information going behind the eyes. Give me a quick diplomacy check.
Sure.
Okay. Says, there are some who are like myself that have more bound to them than me, but I'm not willing to divulge a specific number.
Fair enough.
But I could visit anyone who's bound to my power,
Okay.
who has accepted my gift.
It's interesting. Now, you don't have a physical form other than, like, the statue that I know of. You could, but you can go from place to place and influence those things. But someone like me, who has a physical form, could you move my physical form? Let's say if I accepted your gifts. I'm just spitballing here. If I was one of the people you had sway over, could you move my physical form through the dreaming?
No.
Okay.
That requires a different rooting in the physical plane. You're speaking of whatever force it was that dragged you through here before.
Exactly.
Yes, that was certainly interesting to watch. That creature is not like myself. Were it merely a competition of raw power, they would serve as no threat. What they are doing is related more deeply to the arcane, to the travel between planes, and whatever the connection is that you share with them. It's clearly something very powerful, forged in, I would suspect, fear and pain, two very powerful motivators. Without breaking those, it'd be very difficult to stop their connection.
So, you saw me get moved. Did you see the others that were with me?
I did not watch them. I only have your scent.
Oh, okay. Because, like, even if I could break this connection over myself, I don't want to leave them at the mercies of being moved across dream realms to real space. That seems very bad for my friends.
Don't imagine you would like that. Well, this user is not old hat, as you said, at this method of existence. They're strong in it, but not experienced. They would not be too terribly difficult to sniff out, to find details of their ability. Of course, this is not something freely given either.
Of course. Well, what did you have in mind?
I would like my gift to reach more people.
That I can't help you with.
You. Well, it doesn't have to be you.
Well, I just mean in general. I've already got this stinking mirror, and I like hold up a dream version of that mirror, and I can't even give that away. So
I need others to visit my statue. Where people seem very compelled to keep these things secret. I would rather not be so hidden. It is in my nature to be free, as all men and beasts should.
well, I'd say I'd like to help you, but then I'd be lying. I don't know if I'd like to. And I don't think I can at the moment either. So I'm going to have to pass.
Well, when you find yourself a worthy candidate to fulfill that, perhaps I can provide aid in your quest.
You know, if I come across somebody who that's exactly what they're looking for, I will send them your way.
He just nods. Morphs back into a giant wolf and sits there, the eyes eventually close, like he's just sort of enjoying his time there, maybe? Or waiting? You can't really tell. You don't know how to read a wolf's facial features.
Yeah, that's right. I have one more quick question about Lamia, though, if you don't mind, real fast.
See the ears pick up.
For the hunger thing she's dealing with, red meat or white meat is better?
Red.
I'll let her know, thanks.
As you're heading back, you see that Aldwin he's doing the like cartoonish like long tiptoe step creeping next to you at like the same speed you're walking, and he's very even though it's nighttime, he's just like a blob of darkness, so he's like kind of obvious, but he's still doing that. And
You know
far
how
enough away, he kind of just.
That's what I'm like. You were great help there, mate. Just, you know, just like,
you get the impression of like, hey, I was there for moral support, you know?
Yeah.
I was with you all the way, mate.
So look, if he can keep an eye out and says he can sniff out the master. Maybe that's something we can work on if we can figure out a way to coordinate that without using him.
Just tapping his head.
Yeah. I'm like, all right. We got a plan, maybe. We'll see. I'll talk to Rahali too. Maybe she can help me with a little bit of research and some careful planning.
Cool. And you eventually wake up.
Awesome. I will go tell Lamia that I talked to Luxfix, and I will explain the conversation we had. I'm like, oh, he's trying to be real friendly, but I wouldn't trust him as far as I can throw him, and he's like an 800-pound wolf, so I can't throw him at all. You know, not even a bit. So he wants to be friends, but I think he wants to be friends because he wants people under his sway. Also, you should try red meat if you can. He says it's better.
He likely meant it a lot. I mean, never mind.
You do recall the eating the pork rations did make you feel a little bit better than eating the chicken, but
I mean, I eat what I can
it
get.
did help.
So
it was more
yeah,
satisfying.
he said it would alleviate the hunger more.
It did feel more satisfying.
I can't choose to be choosy.
Fair enough. I'm just letting you know if you were buying meat, you know, like if
Buy
you
a
were going to
pig
purchase
next
a
time.
thing,
Got
yeah,
it.
or deer or something, right? Like
Goat.
venison would probably be good. Goat would probably be great. You know, one of those things. You could try lizard. I bet he hasn't had lizard.
Sorry,
There
give
are
me
a
a
lot
second.
of bones, though.
See, this is why I told her to get out the living room. Look at this shit. Fucking Panda's asleep. Molly can't get out of the living room.
I have to pee. But I mean,
Dave
that's
has to pee.
normal. I always have to pee, but.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, jeez.
See, this wouldn't have happened if you weren't in the living room.
I just didn't want to go upstairs. Anyway, well,
So that was 4 days of practice. Yeah. So Eli, do you keep trying to practice and develop any other specific aspect of that ability, or are you just trying to kind of make sure you can do it whenever you need to?
I really just want to nail being able to do it because I feel like as long as I can control that aspect, because then as soon as I realize I'm dreaming, then at least I can like interact with it. Because that way I feel like if something happens, being aware and being like capable is going to be more useful right now than anything else. So
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's we'll say over the next few days, there's a couple more times where like you notice yourself lucid dreaming. You're like, okay, cool, I did it, and you're starting to feel like you could maybe do that a bit more reliably. We'll still have to roll some checks in the future to get that to work,
Yeah.
but the DC is going to be much lower than it was. Excuse me. Just a little while. Cool. So that catches us up to the 7-day point, and then everybody else is busy. So it sounds like you guys are pretty much going to just stay at the farm for the most part for the 10 days.
yeah.
While
Yeah.
Mommy's crafting and okay.
I think one of the things I'm going to do during the day, not necessarily this effects, is I'm going to do a lot of like rides with Nyx. Like he and I are just going to ride the area a lot, like the perimeter of the farm and outside. To one, just try and like get more familiar with the area. Two, riding has never been my super strong suit, so I'm just trying to beef up my own riding skill a little bit. And then also just like if I see anything, that way I'll be able to do something.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll say so it'll actually be the next day, so day 8 between these 10. That someone comes out of the woods. Mm-hmm. It's actually 2 someones. You recognize the garb pretty quickly as members of the Order of the White Thrush. And they're approaching you on foot. You see one of them is quite a bit taller than the other. And then when they finally reach the area, we'll say this is probably about the time, Eli, you're out doing your ride. So I don't know if you like ride back in and say, hey, some White Thrush people are coming, and get everybody out there, or how you handle that, or if you just ride out to meet them.
I think I will ride back to the farm quickly to gather at least Sam if Lamia's still making ponchos. That way I'm not just by myself.
Yeah. She's probably still making ponchos, but she can take short breaks or whatever and still come back to it. Okay, so you guys kind of link up or whatever. If you let Milford know or something, he's like, well, you know, they're probably out here to see you, so I guess tell them to come to the farmhouse if they need to talk to me, but yeah, handle your business.
Yeah.
So you guys ride on back out there, so you're able to get to them a lot quicker than they can get all the way to you.
Yeah.
And you see one of the order members is, you kind of recognize them from the encounter in the woods. It wasn't the main guy who was talking to you, just one of the others. And then the other one is a taller Vishkanya man. Looks like he's maybe in his mid-30s. He's got tan and black scales and, of course, the normal gold eyes of Vishkanya. As you approach, he kind of opens his hands up and says, "Good afternoon. The White Thrush greets you. I am Takano, and I've kind of acted as the go-between between our camp and this farm. I heard about the little encounter with you and your business, sir. I was actually coming to speak to you. It's a little intimidating you being on a horse, though, if you don't mind dismounting, so we can talk
not
more
a problem.
eye to eye."
I'll slide down off the horse.
Thank you. Lovely creatures, but they scare me for some reason. I've never quite put my finger on why.
Dangerous at both ends, tricky in the middle.
Yes, I've heard. But yes, I know that you, since you offered to help us with what we are doing, and I don't know if there's been any progress. I have not heard anything yet. So I was coming, of course, to check on the farm and to see how you all were faring out here now after the little encounter you had. How are you holding up? Have you seen anything else terrible? Any other fights or?
So far, nothing. It's been pretty normal for the last week or so. We were gonna go investigate. There's a little thorp down by the coast that we thought might be hit or have problems. We were going to go investigate in a little while, but we were trying to make sure that everything at the farm was good before we went off, on an escapade.
Right. Okay. We hadn't had the chance to go south yet, so this is not a bad idea. Did you send word to Saikan or anything to see if you could help? Or
I did. It was about I do that thing where I count on my fingers kind of thing. It was about 8 days ago, I want to say. I sent the letter, haven't heard anything back yet.
It could be back any time now then. Okay. Possibly wait for that first. There's some information I can tell you about a bit of what's going on here. The creatures we run into, I think are called harpies. Mm-hmm. They are these flying lady-faced monsters. Very terrible, evil things. You can tell, obviously, the things they wear, the smell of death around them. I have not seen them in this area before. When I first encountered the harpies, it was all the way in Dalancia, actually, closer to the mountains. I knew there were some probably in places here, but I just never run into them here. Their coloration is different. They're not the same ones. But they do nest, like a bird does. We've not yet found the nest, and we haven't really had the chance to go exploring to look for it, because we're a little short-handed right now. There were some crazy things happening to the northwest, northwest, way out there, that called the attention of some of our higher-ranking members and some of the other scouts and things. So we're not well prepared Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, was this did this have anything to do with that trouble that I heard about in Manhantaik, like that area?
Yes,
Okay.
nasty business potentially. It just needed very quick investigation, and they needed some people with a lot more experience. They work very hard. So now it's me as the most experienced member of the Thrush, who is here to oversee things. They had struck our camp at probably the best time they could have, while myself and several others were away. We were looking for a different problem we've run into. The thing with the horns and the teeth and the claws all at once. We haven't got to the bottom of that yet. I've sent my own words off back to the ones who are traveling, letting them know that things have escalated here, so I suspect they will be sending some reinforcements back. But I think in the meantime, it's good that you're here. I would like to ask you to just keep watch over this place for now, so that I can know that they are safe without constantly traveling back and forth or sending people back and forth. The smaller groups could be vulnerable to attack right now. These fine people have numbers. I know many of them are good with slings, and with your help and everything else, I think it would be good for scaring off scavengers and cowards like harpies are. Shut the fuck up, computer.
This guy. No,
God.
So I would appreciate if you would do that. These are fine people. They deserve the protection. Yes, the harpies, though, are mostly seeming to look around the restricted area that we are in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're looking for, because we haven't had much chance to talk, to be completely honest with you. But they seem to be scouting out the temple that we are guarding.
Okay. We did find an interesting message on those harpies that we fought, and I rustle around in my bag and I pull out the picture and I hold it up next to myself. The mouth is wrong, but
Frown.
I try my best panda frown.
Yeah, it's wrong. Okay. It's like they gave up on the mouth.
Yeah.
And this was just on the one of the harpies person?
It sure was.
I didn't know they were for hire, or whatever this means.
Right, so whatever possibly gave them this note might also want them to do something with the temple specifically. So that could explain why they're over that area and scouting that temple so closely.
Did these harpies speak Ulu?
They said
did.
some words, yeah, something about not defeating them
Edgecra
right before
is
they
better.
got skewered. Yeah.
Is it like a name? Is better. Okay.
Patrick, can I sense motive him? Because he didn't seem like he was surprised, like, a lot by the notice.
Yeah, you can sense motive.
Where are you? There you are. Yep! It went... there's my 20. It went all the way 16, 17, 18, 19, now 20.
Nice.
I'm gonna need you to roll 100 d20s to reset your dice. They're obviously faulty now. Because now you're gonna get a 1 next. That's why I say that.
He seems very genuine.
Okay.
The sense you get of why he didn't show a lot of surprise is that just maybe he's one of those people that just expect the unexpected. Just not much surprises him.
Okay. Fair enough.
But he says that's odd. It sounds like a name. He says, could be the name of the harpy. Maybe it's a god or something they worship. It's hard to say, but the fact that they speak Ulu is odd.
they don't normally do that?
I mean, I suppose they have the intelligence, but why would they learn our language? I heard them say other things too, even more evidence that they're not just picking up words, but that they are fluent. So, it's just scary. I am a little more concerned now for the southern Thorpe. The thing with harpies is they can't... Like, they are all female.
Mm-hmm.
So, among themselves, they can't reproduce. Well, outside of magic. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So they tend to kidnap people.
Yeah, well, we did find a wedding band among their effects as well, which is why we were going to go down to that Thorpe, did a little digging, found out that it was commissioned by someone who lived there, but hadn't really got the chance to go down yet. Yeah.
That could be important. I don't want to ask you to do anything before anything is official, because that means I can't offer a reward of any kind. But I will come back in a couple of days to see if maybe you've gotten your letter. If not, then maybe we make a plan of some kind together. Because
sounds good.
I will be honest with you. Being allowed into the restricted zone is very unlikely, even now. But I think there's a lot happening outside it that could use your assistance. That would be really easy to move about, yeah?
Yeah. We can maybe work towards that, because I will tell you that through the many years of my career, I've got a lot of experience with oddities like this. So, more than happy to be at your service for this. And we'll just wait the 2 days, because the most it should take is 10, as long as the mail carrier didn't get picked up on the way here by harpies. So, a couple days, we can come up with a good plan of action, and my crew and I can go scout that Thorpe out by then, and hopefully have a plan for you after that. Whether or not the letter says you're allowed to offer us a job or not, we'll probably still go there. But either way, this way we can have a more rounded and level conversation about what we want to do working together.
Yes, it would also help, because there's some information that I cannot give you as your civilian without,
Makes sense. I get you. Need to know and whatnot.
Right. Cool. So, we will see you again in 2 days. I'm just going to go pay a quick visit. They would be very upset with me if I didn't come say hi. And I will see you very soon.
All right. Well, I'll continue on my afternoon ride then. Have a pleasant journey to the farm.
Of course, always. He waves the other guy who's been, fidgeting with stuff in his bag. They continue walking. That will end that interaction. I don't know if you guys want to have any kind of RP or anything between yourselves before we move time ahead again.
I'm going to just hop up on Nix and be like, well, that was considerably more pleasant than the first time. No one pointed a bow at my face. Just right off.
Well, there are no dead bodies over here, right?
That you know of.
Lavia
That
looks
we
around.
know of, yeah.
Give me a perception check real quick, Lamia.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Sam, where's the family burial plot? Because there is one.
It was almost a 1.
So
That would be really
you
funny.
look around really quickly and you see just kind of the edge of your peripheral. There was a kid over there eavesdropping that just drops flat in the grass when you look over there. But other than that, yeah, no dead bodies.
That's good. I'd be really alarmed because,
Yeah.
I've been riding around here a while. It's just I just missed it.
Oh, I thought they were asleep. They don't have a head. I thought they were just
It's a new way to
really
take a
asleep.
nap, man. You just detach your head. It's great.
But cool. So we will zoom forward. 2 days later, you get a person with some mail comes out to the farm. They are plied with treats and all sorts of other things by the family because they rarely have people come out to deliver their mail. They usually go in town for it. But you do have a letter that gets delivered to you, which I will show to everyone. I'm going to take it off of the one for the stream because I don't think it'll be easy to read anyway. But I will read it for chat.
Okay.
And actually, I need to put it into everybody's journal. Cool, it's there. It says, Eli Wasif and Company, your request to assist us is notable, and though we have little in the way of references on hand to vouch for you, there's a certain reputation for results above and beyond that follows your business. Know that efforts to safeguard the nearby farm to the west and village to the south of the restricted area have already been pushed and are en route to the site. The best assistance would be to safeguard the farm. If you're confident in your skills, however, you are welcome to present this letter to Delver Takano, and he can fill you in on the potential location of the nest of these villainous harpies. Eliminating them would do wonders for the security of the area, and your action is likely to be swifter than those of approaching reinforcements. Should you take on that task and succeed, the White Thrush would be happy to throw its weight behind you in your current legal troubles with Dorat acquisitions. You are not aware of current legal troubles with Dorat acquisitions.
I was about to say, I didn't know anything about that, but
I literally read that line, was like, what?
To be clear, I cannot overstate that this letter is in no way a permit to enter or interact with the restricted sites under jurisdiction of the White Thrush. Instead, consider it approval for Delver Takano to make expanded executive decisions in the absence of a higher-ranked Thrush. Signed, Kedanraku Davarg, Rannoch of the White Thrush.
You can just white out that part about no permission to go in, right?
and we're just gonna tactically erase this note. That this letter is get rid of the in no. That is in no way is a permit.
Just weird
it's
space.
Like, is blank 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 a permit?
So
No.
I really need to go to the restroom.
I mean, me too.
Oh, for fuck's sake! All right, we'll come back at 9.
Yay!
Thank
I would've
you.
really-
Sorry, guys.
Start going before we start.
I did.
Okay.
I'm taking.
Face.
Some a little bit more alive than they were before the break.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I do.
I ate
No.
dinner.
Oh.
Very
Why?
hurriedly. Because I
No.
fucking forgot to before the stream.
Ah, I see.
I was in the kitchen and going like, I don't need to eat any of this stuff. I had...
Harlan was
for
like,
dinner?
bullshit! You always
eat
have
dinner.
to eat!
Yep. That dog.
Maybe that's why he was bugging me. He was like, you didn't eat, you're gonna die! Oh my god! What's wrong with you? You have to eat!
What's my favorite
Wait, now I have to eat, because you're eating.
Humans Are Space Orcs thing I read recently, because I've been reading those off and on. What I talked about in the Don't Sleep to This podcast is aliens will keep snacks and stuff on them because they've heard of humans like getting hangry or something like that. Like they get irritable, so they keep snacks on them to give to the humans. And also, it's a great way to befriend humans is to present food to them.
Also
It's like, oh, fuck yeah, you gave me a Snickers bar?
That's funny.
Oh, Bleedlorp, you're my favorite.
Or a casserole dish. I'm like, I don't know how you made this, but awesome.
Where
There's
were
no
you?
alien things in
Where
this
did
at
you
all.
keep this?
Yeah, where was this on your person?
Of like,
Man, retail would
I'm
be
so
a lot
hungry I could
easier
eat a cow. Yeah.
if there were like complimentary Snickers bars. Like that, you have to. Like, maybe not always Snickers. You just like complimentary snacks. It's like, hey, eat one of those before you approach the counter. Don't walk up here hangry.
Yeah.
You're not you.
No.
You're not you when you're hungry.
right? Wonder how many of the people you would see like marching up. Like, all right, well,
I wish I had that when I was at the body shop because
yeah.
they're just mad because like somebody ran into their car and they're having to pay to fix it and stuff like that. And it's like I'm the one that's doing the fixing. I know you have to pay us money, but it's not like I did it. Like,
Right?
It's just.
All right, so if you have a problem with your service in any way, call this number. But before you do, eat this fucking candy. See you later.
That's a hell of a thing. Instead of like business cards, you have like bite-sized like candy bar, like fun-sized candy bars. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or just attach them to your business card.
Yeah.
It's just been
Rubber band
bribing
the
me.
business card.
Well, it's not gonna work. What's that number? But anyway, speaking of bribes, like nothing has anything to do with anything. Yeah, we're doing stuff. Yeah, you got that letter back. What do you do now that you read it? And no,
Well, he said he would come to us, right?
Yeah.
He
did.
Takano's gonna come back, but I didn't know if you guys wanted to address the letter at all between yourselves before that happened.
I guess I'll show it to everyone.
Legal troubles.
It looks like paper. It's paper, right?
Wow, Detective Sam on the case. It is indeed paper.
Well, I mean, when you say legal troubles with a question mark, you can see Eli's shadow shrug.
That's the gesture I would also make, so he's doing it for me.
That sounds worrisome.
I mean, probably, but it's not like we can do anything about it right now, so best not to worry about it.
I guess.
We've got other problems to deal with first. Well, what good is worrying about it going to do? Nothing. Legal troubles is the vaguest phrase I've ever ran into, aside from I can't even think of a more vague thing. That could be anything.
They had a conversation.
Yeah. So it's not like it tells me enough that it matters. And so we do good here, and the White Thrush steps in on our behalf, so we have to worry less about whatever these incredibly vague, indistinct legal troubles are that crooked people are trying to do. It's not like it's the first time somebody sued me for something.
What?
Oh, yeah. I had a wrongful death. I definitely had wrongful termination one time. Although, look, you cannot, and I repeat this, cannot breach contract and then claim wrongful termination. It's not how that works. I had Mayor double check. So,
Is a wrongful termination caused the wrongful death?
No,
Vice
they're
versa?
unrelated.
I don't know why. I imagined year one of Eli the businessman was many times running to mayor, just like
Yes.
a lawsuit. He's just like, "You're fine."
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was this whole tax evasion thing, and it wasn't tax evasion. It's just I didn't understand.
Was running
how
from
to
the cops. No,
properly.
the
I
IRS.
didn't understand how to properly file my taxes. So we sorted that really quickly too. That was easy. Once I realized which office I was supposed to take the money to.
Tax evasion. You just dodge the letters they throw at you.
Yeah,
So not only do you have weird things happening to you all the time.
Go ahead.
Right, anyway.
Yeah. I'd say legal trouble is par for the course on weird things happening. Because the weird things often cause the legal trouble.
Mm.
Yeah, they're very interlinked. There's a reason that the people who worked for me right before you guys did quit right as you guys walked up. It's not like it's sunshine and roses. This is a hard job.
Did any of them get set on
Sometimes people
fire?
don't like that. Not that I'm aware of, or at least not while under my employ. They may have been set on fire at a previous date, or after.
Remind me to ask Mayor if I have
If you're entitled to legal
if
compensation
I have a
for being
good
lit on
case
fire,
against Eli.
you
for
in
getting set on
fact
fire.
are
You don't,
not. If you read
because
the
you
contracts I
signed
had
the-
you sign at the beginning, that you are not
Yeah.
entitled to any form of legal compensation for being set on fire. You assumed all personal injury risks by signing that contract.
That's
Yeah, it
true.
didn't say anything about fire, but it did say any personal injury was not.
Yeah, and fire counts as personal injury,
Yeah.
especially because it wasn't caused directly by me. I didn't
What about
tell that
impersonal
jerk
injury?
to light you on fire.
It's just business.
Like, what if they were really cavalier about it?
It also covers destruction of one's assets and all those other things too. So you can't be mad about your armor or anything like that.
Also, Sam, that flame strike was definitely personal.
It's 100%
centered it on
personal.
you.
Yeah, he used
Which
an
was
AoE
a
effect
suboptimal
on,
move. Yeah.
he used an AoE effect on one guy.
You pissed him off enough that he centered it on you, despite that meaning he couldn't hit all of you. But
Understand.
anyway, so yeah, later on in the day, maybe around noon or so, is when Takano gets back. I assume you hand him the letter.
Yes.
He's able to read over it and says, "Oh, okay. An expansion of duties. Interesting. I have some other tasks to hand out, but you don't have to worry about those. Alright. So I suppose the question is, are you planning to stay here at the farm and wait for our reinforcements to come, in which case then we'll have people come out to protect it, or do you want to go after the harpies?"
I mean, I think we should just get those harpies, right, folks? Yeah, let's do it.
They're a public endangerment. Yeah, whatever.
The
Words.
one next to him is just like, dude, they almost got in a fight with us of how bad they wanted to kill those harpies.
They're also jerks. Yeah.
That guy looks a little bit offended. Takano's like, he's talking about the harpies. They're jerks. Yeah, I mean, maybe it was.
Yeah, not you guys. You're fine.
Oh, okay. All right. In that case, I believe their nest is to the east of the restricted area, somewhere. Still, probably on the edge of the woods. There are some cliffs that lead down to there's a cliff shore area. I think it's somewhere over there. It's very difficult to get to. We couldn't get a good visual confirmation with the little bit of scouting we were able to do. It's well out of the way of foot travel, but I feel like there has to be a way up there because of the way that they deal with victims and the like. They're not strong enough to just over miles and miles carry a whole person. And biologically, they can't, for example, they couldn't kidnap one of your lovely kin, cousins, Mr. Goodbean, because they're not the right size. They have to be sized like myself, or all of you. They have to be.
I think you're underestimating our.
Just no, Sam. No, just take it the way it is.
I'm sure, based on sheer numbers, that you're
Most of the good beans take it the way it is.
I'm sure you're quite virile, but
I
it's
use
more
a
of a
two-handed weapon for a
biology
reason. Because I'm
not
used
going to
to
unpack that.
Should I
the
be
heavy
offended?
lifting. No. What, you're
I think
asexual?
You're compensating. for
No,
something.
no,
No,
that
that's
is
a different
Pandora.
character.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Lamia is bisexual.
Anyways, I think you're compensating for something, and I think we should go find those harpies.
Right. Yes, it's to the east. I think it's on that cliff area, but I think there needs to be a way that someone could reach it by foot. We just weren't able to find it because they would have to be moving probably Demi out there because Vishkanya, like myself, our bodies are toxic to most except ourselves. It wouldn't work out very well for them. They are not immune. So, if they want to be able to get Demi to get to their lair, especially alive, they need a way to herd them, so to speak.
Well, Sam, let's go a tracking.
I'll look for the flying animal tracks. Yes.
No, you're looking for the people tracks, you dunce.
Oh.
Didn't you listen to what the man just said?
Well, yeah. Oh, okay. I guess they would have to.
You're
But what if they
looking-
travel in the trees? No.
Then look in the trees for,
Yeah.
tracks. But no, you look
Yeah,
for the people tracks
Oh,
to
that makes
find
more
the
sense.
walking route.
What kind of shoe size do they typically have? This says "Help me in the past." Believe it or not.
I'm sure it has. I don't have an answer for you.
Insight check. No. Or since
Can I borrow your shoe? No.
Borrow your shoe? No reason.
No reason.
Find an icon. Sure. Oops.
Yeah.
Skulls.
Hell.
Oh.
My fingers.
Oh, you have the skulls there as a sign of where we're trying to head to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to put an order on it. So
Batteries.
there it is.
Showing us where our bodies will be in the morning.
Show your body.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Zoom in. There we go. All right. Cool. Roughly somewhere around there. Anywhere in that space over there.
So, hear me out, Sam.
Mhm.
I think what we should do is we should head down to that Thorpe and go up the coastline, kind of looking for that footpath, like traveling north, because they've been looking. I'm going to make a small assumption here, but he said they've been looking all over for it, but they've been looking using their camp as a base, which means they've been coming from by where the stone temple is. So they've been looking north to south. We should start the opposite direction since they've had no luck. We should start south to north.
Yes.
And plus, I really want to go to that Thorpe anyways.
Oh, so no alternate motives.
No, I want to go
Material.
there because I think that place may have been attacked by the Harpies, so we can gather information if it has been, because we have a wedding ring from someone who lived there, said it was ordered there. So it's likely that we'll gain information by going there first, then traveling north to find the nest. There's a method to my madness, most of the time. There's also a madness to my method. So, yeah.
I'm not even gonna ask. I'm just gonna roll it.
The circle logic. Got it.
Well,
Is there
both
a method
things
to
are
your madness?
applicable? Because if there's a method to my madness, then there has to be a madness as well, right? And the method... never mind. I don't feel like explaining how one thing being true and then the other thing being true.
I don't know. No, yeah.
Right. So I'll make sure if the reinforcements get here before you return, I'll make sure to let them know what you're up to. So you may get some backup if you need it. But I think the first thing they're going to do is go check out the southern Thorpe. So.
All right. Well, that's where we're going to hit first, and then we'll work our way up. So, if when they come, if we haven't reached you, sending them that way is probably still the best bet because they're going to be able to follow our tracks, so to speak.
Yes. It's also we haven't been able to secure the safety of the people there, and it's weighing heavily on everyone. So it would have to be a priority for us.
Right. Understandable.
But best of luck, and all other forms of good blessing. I can do something for you. In fact, many do I have? He's like digging in a pouch. There's three of you. Okay. You see him like exhale, and there's this. It's actually like a very floral scent that actually comes off of him that reminds you of like spring. And blooming flowers, like nice smelling ones. Seems to waft off of him, and you can see some like little tiny green vines, I think, sprout and like spread around his hand for a second. And actually the foliage like under his feet seems to grow just a little bit. And he drops a berry in each of your hands. But it actually looks like there's like a little vine that's like come off of it, and he just like pops them off the vine into your hands.
Oh,
There. Good berries.
wonderful.
Oh.
Those will sustain you for a day. If you have any little small injuries, it should heal them up nicely. Feel free to use them or save them, however you see fit.
I certainly
Thank you
appreciate it.
kindly.
I put it in my pocket.
I squish his pocket. I go. No, you
Now you have good mush. No.
So glad this jacket cleans itself. Anyways,
reminds me of Napoleon Dynamite. Give me some tots, and the guy just kicks it, like stomps on his fucking cargo pant pocket with the tots.
oh my god.
I don't like that movie. I know.
Yeah,
I'm in the minority. I just never liked that movie.
understandable. I was iffy on it.
It's one of those movies I can only enjoy with other people.
I've tried every way possible to enjoy it. I don't know. It's just not for me. But I can understand the appeal. Just not for me. Either way.
So what I heard
anything
from that
else
is
for Takano?
patrons vote for Napoleon Dynamite to torture Patrick. Our next hangout.
Yeah, that's worse than watching a bad movie. Watch a movie that bores me.
Yeah. What's the fountain?
All right,
Oh no.
so we'll start heading our way.
Face magic.
Yeah.
Nothing else
Yes.
for Takano. Okay.
I feel like I might have had another question, but hold on. My brain had a hard reset because Panda said the worst words imaginable, which is we can watch the fountain.
The fuck we can.
Let me double check that letter real fast. See if there's anything else in that letter I wanted to touch on. I don't
Another
think so.
bad movie. What was it? The Onion?
Oh, the Onion movie?
Yeah, that's supposed to be a bad movie, right?
Is it?
I just don't think it did well.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
it did well. I feel like I watched that and enjoyed it. I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because I think that's why I worked at Blockbuster. Go ahead.
I am. I do have one more thing, which is, just out of curiosity, Tyler, what falls in the realm of expanded executive decisions? It's an incredibly vague term. I do just want to know what else you can give us a looky-loo into here. Obviously, it clearly states that we're not supposed to go in the restricted area, so I don't think that falls into it. But I just feel like that's an incredibly vague term.
One thing is that in a situation of extreme emergency, I could recruit the aid of other trusted individuals, like yourselves. You're mostly trusted. I mean, this family here trusts you. One of you is one of their own kin, even. So that speaks a lot in your favor. But it also means that I get to elect certain positions within the camp that were pre-elected by my superiors. Which means that now we can have a different person assigned to cook, which makes me very happy.
Well,
The other guy with him is just like, oh, thank the gods.
it sounds like a real windfall for you guys. Okay, thanks. I just wanted a little clarification on that. So, some of this letter seems very worded up to interpretation on some of these things. So I just wanted a little bit of a clarification.
Right, I can tell some of this was mostly meant for me to understand.
Makes sense.
Which is okay. I am not aware of the legal troubles you're in, but...
Me either. That's news to me, so
Oh, no. And
it'll be fun.
Dorrit acquisitions, that's... Oh, that might be scarier than the harpies.
I'm less worried
It
about their
is.
legal troubles than their attacking us with bandits troubles.
That's a lot. But
Yeah. It's a whole
the
other.
white thrush is generally very neutral on these things, so our backing is worth a lot. We don't really give it out very often, so it should help a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can. All right, well, we'll hit out. I do have one more quick question, since you do have experience with harpies and we don't.
Yes.
Anything special? We know about the song thing, right? To not listen to that. Is there any other thing we need to avoid specifically, or should we do specifically that works better against them?
I found there's some basic tactics here. Like, you need to find a way to get them to come to you, because they can fly and most people cannot. So letting them sort of fight at their range is a bad thing. They like to swoop and that sort of deal, but they can be lured out. Their eyes are good, but for a flying creature, you would imagine their senses were sharper. But they can be eluded. They can be tricked. They are not like hawks, like motions to show a hawk. They can see for miles and miles and miles very clearly. Even things that Demi or Shiny like myself could not. Their sight is maybe about the same as ours. So even though they can be very high up in the air and we're to investigate things, they do have to get a bit closer.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're good at setting up decoys or traps or anything like that, but you can lure them out of hiding. Especially because they are exceptionally cruel. I don't know how to quantify their intelligence, but they are intelligent enough to be purposefully cruel and harmful and torturous. They will go out of their way to make prey suffer. It's their thing for some reason.
Good to know.
So they're like
Fortunately.
8-inks.
But a lot smaller.
Yes. In mentality, I suppose you could say so. Though Adanks are maybe a bit more animal. Their cruelty is... it's like how a cat is cruel. You know? Except just less ignorance to the morality. They're meaner than that. Whereas the harpies, I think, know exactly how terrible what they're doing is. It's the enjoyment they get out of it.
Well, that'll help. I know an illusion or two, so we'll be good.
Those could be very...
Oh, I was just gonna use you as bait. That's
Yeah,
way
me
better
too.
idea.
I was also going to use me as bait.
The only other thing is... These... I can't shake the feeling there's something strange about them. I don't know a lot about their hierarchy. I imagine they have a lot of internal fighting, just given their temperament. But it's odd to me they would take the time to learn Ulu. That they would carry things like this picture with writing on it. I hope that was written by someone else, and that they are not also literate. But I suppose they could be.
They could be. But also
I don't
based
know
off
how long
my
he's been in the area either.
previous interactions with the Dorats, it's very likely it came from them. So we'll just move along. And if we do learn anything about their literacy level or intelligence levels that seems alarming, we'll make sure to pass that on.
Of course. Just be extra careful. These seem smarter than normal, I guess is the core of the message.
All right. I appreciate the information.
Okay. And with that, you'll wrap that up, and you guys head out immediately, or do you...
What time of day is it?
About noonish.
How far of a travel would it be to the little Thorpe?
If you're taking your horses,
Yeah, horseback.
then it's a half a day, so about 4 or 5 hours. Well, because it's through forest and the horses don't travel super well through it, you're probably looking at more like 6 hours, so almost a full day.
So
on foot, it's about a day's travel.
I think in that case, we should probably just wait till the morning.
But
Because I don't want to be
hours.
getting there and it's going to be getting dark soon. And if that place is like, I don't know, destroyed and we have nowhere to stay that's safe, that just seems like a recipe for being attacked by harpies in the middle of the night. Or whatever the mystery creature is.
The mystery creature.
Yeah. So,
Could be anything.
could even be a boat with horns and claws and teeth.
Yeah.
Um,
You can always travel part of the way and then camp wherever, like, camp early just so you can find a secure spot or something like that, but that's up to you guys.
true.
Is Rahala going with us so she can negate singing if needed?
Yeah, probably. I think we leave Vibrong at the farm. I'll say this carefully. I think we leave Vibrong at the farm while we're gone because he can handle it. But it probably makes sense to have Rahala come with us since her performances can nullify their charm effect with the singing.
She'll be so happy about that.
Oh, I know. She's going to be thrilled. Just absolutely thrilled.
Sam, I give you my good berry.
But yeah.
Just try it. What if it's a meat berry?
Partway probably seems... That's disgusting. Partway seems... Actually, a meatberry would probably just be like a mini
Like a
sausage.
meatball.
Like a mini
Yeah.
sausage, basically, right? Think about it. It'd be like a tiny ball of sausage.
Yeah, I
Be
feel
like a
picking
Rocky
off
Mountain
a
oyster.
tree would still make it weird.
Oh, it's
Around a
I
bush
I
or
still
something.
think it would be awful, but that's just
It would probably
my
fill me
opinion.
up, but I doubt it would actually fill me.
What if it fixed you though?
It will not fix me.
So if we let's load up. I guess we'll just make camp in a sheltered area. I'm still nervous about the whatever thing, but I guess being able to get into the little Thorpe at first light is probably better than midday. If it's going to take us 6 hours, we might as well travel 3 or 4. Try and get there quick.
Are you taking your animals or just going on foot?
Oh, I was planning on riding the horses, but
They still
That's
save you about 2
me.
hours.
I
Everybody
guess
agree
we'll
to
take
that, or-
our animals.
Animals, yeah.
I'll
You guys
show
know
you.
you have a say, right? He's not just
Yeah.
telling you have
I mean,
to.
I'm gonna take the horse. You guys can walk, but I'm taking my horse. That's what I said. I plan on taking Nick's. You guys
Peasants.
can walk.
Uh,
Although, if you guys don't take your horses, no one gets a turn riding my horse because you guys wanted to walk.
What if I
We're
ask
not
Nix and he has a
trading.
say in this?
We're not trading. Then you can ride on the back also. I'm saying I'm not getting off the horse.
Lamia is kind of hesitant to take Chetla into the forest, but it'll make it go by
Jealous
faster. So.
hesitant to take Lamia anywhere.
Yeah, I know that.
yeah. Look, the real question here is: are you providing the harpies a target-rich environment or not?
No.
Well, see, here's the thing. My thought process is, and I'll explain this to you guys out of character.
I am my thought process.
Is we ride the horses there because it's faster, obviously, but we leave them at the little Thorpe, and then we track for the nest on foot, right? Because that is one of those things where you're gonna have to get off the horse to track anyways, and do all that stuff. But if we ride to the Thorpe and it's like fucking, being attacked by harpies or whatever, we can at least leave them in the wood line, and where they'll be mostly safe.
Mostly.
I mean,
It
never
still
gonna
sounds
be a
like
safe
we're taking our animals, though.
It does.
Well, I mean, that's my plan. You guys can counteract my plan. That's why I explained it to you guys. If you feel like there is a problem with that, please tell me.
No, I mean,
That
there's
is
no
why I-
problem. Just
I'm saying that is why I wanted to state it, though.
Okay, so you guys set out. It should take roughly 6 hours or so through the woods. The rains have picked up a bit. It's not like fucking curtains of rain like it was that one time. Those aren't super common, but it is getting pretty heavy. So Sam, go ahead and give me I want a survival from you and a knowledge geography, please. These are both in the forest.
Can I aid on the survival?
I've already
yes.
rolled it.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
It's also pretty good.
Really
I know it's pretty good, but another pretty good is...
Geography?
Yes. Nice. Okay, yeah. You make it in 5.
Nice.
Or
Hooray.
you would make it in 5 if you're heading all the way there.
I
So
think
basically say, like, part of the way through, you find a place that's really good for camp, but Sam, you would know that, like, you could get there in another couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
I think we take the camp while we can, though.
Yeah.
So you're going to stop partway there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you stopped camp in the woods. You know the Thorpe is fairly close. And then let's see if we have any events. I never remember if this works in this game.
I should. I feel like you rolled it. Rolled it like
think I have.
twice.
Okay, watch order. We got 3 watches. What's the watch order?
I'm trying to remember.
Sorry. I'm pretty sure I was first, but...
Eli.
I don't
might
have any
asked. Who
spells
knows?
used, so I can go.
Well, no, like normal order.
Yeah.
Lamia's
So-
2.
Yeah.
You're always in the middle, and that's why I'm saying I'm pretty sure I was first, and Sam was third.
Yeah, he was.
So
I
let's
remember
do
now.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Though, if Lamia only sleeps 2 hours, she'll be with Sam. Or Eli, whichever it's like, oh, I got 2 hours of sleep. Alright. Let's go.
Let's stop talking about sleep. Terribly.
Oh, no event. No event. Okay. That'd have been fun. Oh well. Okay, so yeah, you guys get through the night. Nothing crazy happens. By morning, there's definitely a much heavier storm that's rolled in. To be
Okay, do we go into the
we rolled
storm?
like a 30, so I should have probably told
said
you
the
that,
thing.
Sam.
He said the thing.
Right. So you could tell that the storm was going to get worse overnight, but I imagine you still did the same thing?
Yeah, probably same decision, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, now it's at the point where, like, visibility is terrible. Luckily, that means this would be pretty bad conditions for creatures that fly to try and, like, be super active. Like, Sherlock is already fucking miserable. It's like, oh, dude, this place. Why was I born here? But,
She's born in the Cala.
You guys will make it to the tiny Thorpe. And
Hooray.
as you arrive, it's hard to get a good view of the whole thing, even though it's like it's pretty clear. Like they've mostly cut down enough trees and stuff that it's not like just full of trees and
What is a
obstructions.
Thorpe?
Very, very tiny settlement.
Okay,
Smaller
thank
than
you.
a village.
It's a whatever the word I wanted. Yeah. It's a specific size of township or whatever. I forget.
Yeah.
But it is. I forgot how many.
Just curious.
50.
You know, for the viewers.
It is
'Cause they may
all-
not know.
It is much smaller than a village. Excuse me. I don't
So if you're
remember the exact
raising
numbers right
a
now.
baby, and it was actually a really easy baby to take over, you say it takes a Thorpe instead of it takes a village.
I mean, if you want to. But what you notice about it, pretty quickly, obviously everyone's inside because it's awful outside right now. You do see like a couple of people out that seem to notice you as you're approaching, but one of the things that immediately stands out, one of the they have like some like little cottages, or most of the houses here. One of them has been destroyed.
Okay.
Like it's flattened. Not like a bomb went off, just like it's like it got absolutely wrecked, and they've had to go in. They've probably been like dismantling the rest of it to like clear it out and be able to try to do some reconstruction. Like it was not salvageable. So you see a couple of people out there. As you guys are kind of approaching, you could like see them in the distance just through the rain and stuff. Maybe gave them a wave or that kind of thing. You can tell they notice you, and they're wearing these like big thick cloaks. Start kind of making their way over. Once you're close enough to get a little bit more detail, you can see one of them is carrying what looks like a refashioned hatchet. Like they've extended the haft a bit, and it looks maybe a little bit sharper. Like there's a weight at the other end of it. Like they tried to refashion it for combat rather than just as a hatchet. What are you doing, boy? Being distracting. Distracted, oh. Here.
He's agitating.
And the other one is carrying what looked like an actual short bow. It doesn't actually look like a recurve, like you'd be used to seeing in the military or any place where there's like bow makers and stuff. It's just a standard short bow. But as you guys are approaching, you notice he actually has an arrow nocked. He isn't pointing it at you, he's just kind of holding it as you guys come up, and he says, "Morning!"
Is it? I cannot tell.
It is.
Oh.
What brings y'all out this way?
So we were sent to investigate some harpies in the area and are trying to help get rid of them. And we wanted to come check by here because in our encounters with the harpies we found, and I'm going to pull out that ring. I'm going to reach into Sam's pocket and pull it out. We found this ring, and we're told that it was ordered by someone who lived here.
Yeah, you're probably right. You seen them things recently?
I mean, 10 days ago or so now, but they've been in the area. They're mostly up north from here.
Yeah, we know. They've been
killed
in the
quite a
area,
few.
all right. Well, good on you.
So.
They've been coming through here. Are y'all from the White Thrush, or?
I mean, we are in partnership with them. This is we're Aldwin Logistics and Retrieval, and currently we're working under their auspice.
I only know some of those words, sir, but it sounds like you're here to help.
Yeah, they sent us. There's a short version.
Yeah, I'm actually part of I'm an extended branch off of the Bertzag family farm up north. You may have heard of them. You may have some commerce.
Yeah, we know them. They're all right. Okay.
Yeah, they're my kin.
Yeah, you're all here to help. You could. I mean, yeah, we could use it. They just came through here not too long ago. I mean, it's a couple of days, but that's kind of recent to us.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of scared them off a little bit. There weren't as many as last time, but man, they're going to be back. It doesn't look like there's that many of you.
That's all right. We're quite capable.
All right, well, let's get you inside real quick because it's pretty bad out here.
Indeed. I'd like to talk in much drier conditions.
So they'll lead you on to a kind of a larger cottage that you can tell is actually meant to be a way stop for travelers. Like he actually stops by another building and he knocks on that door. Somebody like peeks out and chats with them for a second. They like grab some stuff and get a lantern and they like walk over and unlock the place and kind of start opening it up because they don't have any travelers coming through right now. So they weren't like tending the building at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
They pull you in there. They light a fire in like in a hearth, and I get you brought in. I imagine there's like a brief settling because there's some tables and things, so you can like take seats and like get your wet stuff off a little bit and warm yourselves. They bring you some tea, and about the time that you're sitting there enjoying the tea, an older Vishkanya man enters, or actually he's Ulukana, so he's half. You can see he's got like kind of very light tan scales across the face. He comes in. You can tell he's a little bit older. He says, "You guys are the travelers that are going to deal with the harpies?"
Mm-hmm. That would be us. Yep.
Yeah. There. Just 2 days ago, they came through here. There were 4 of them. The first time, there were many, many more. We counted. He looks at one of the other guys. I count about 10, 11 of them. Yeah, easily. Came straight up from the north. And the first time it was worse. They took... we had a young lad apprenticed as a Wainwright. Just got back home, maybe for a season, and they came in and killed some of our hunters and took off with the boy. They didn't even... they lifted him up off the ground, a couple of them at once, screaming into the air. We saw them land a bit of the ways off, and unfortunately we weren't in a position to pursue them. Their mother did, but we had to bury her soon after. Look, we don't have much to offer you. I apologize, but we desperately need your help.
You don't have to offer us anything. We're here on behalf of the White Thrush. All payments are being compensated through them, so don't worry about it. All we need is the information that you've provided.
I was hoping they'd send someone. I don't know what's been going on. Normally they have people come out and check occasionally.
They're a bit busy. Up north, there were some other creature attacks that are so far unidentified that have been taking up a bit of their time and personnel.
As long as someone's here.
Yeah.
But yes, they came from the north and they fled to the north.
Okay.
We haven't been able to find tracks or anything like that, at least close enough to the village that, or the thorp that. Well, he actually would call it a village. Close enough to the village that we've been able to find them. We've been not venturing too far out, and the couple of hunters that we still have taking alternate routes. But most of them staying here, as they have the only bows, and it's the only kind of thing that tends to scare these things off. See if we can get lots of arrows downrange before they're too close.
Right.
It can be difficult in the rain, but I'm so sorry. You're all welcome to stay here if you need to. We can provide some food, lodging, any accommodations you need that we can provide are open to you.
Oh, we certainly appreciate it. We'll definitely take a meal off you for hospitality's sake, and then we're going to set out. It's still quite early in the day, right?
Yeah. If you guys left, we'll say you guys probably broke camp at maybe 6, right? So it's maybe 8 in the morning.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to make the most out of our daylight, what little of it there is, and see if we can do some finding today. Our buddy Sam here is quite the tracker, but the wetter and the muddier it's going to get, the harder it's going to be. So we need to strike while the iron's hot.
Yes.
Or in this case, the footprints are deep.
It would certainly be a good idea. They visited again 2 days ago, and we scared them off this time. There were less, but the same direction, straight from and to north.
Okay.
I think they must be along the coastline somewhere. There's some cliff, like a coastal cliff up to the north and a little bit to the east of here. Not really our domain, but it's out there, and I wonder if maybe if they nest like birds do, then it could keep them out of the reach of people who would try to come after them.
Yeah, that's what we've been led to believe, at least. The information we've been given is they tend to nest very similarly to birds. So that's excellent place to start looking. Thank you.
If I know it's a very, very small chance, but if you do see a young demi boy, very dark hair, he's got freckles, which don't really have in these parts. His father was a traveler. If he's alive, please save him.
Okay. Speaking of,
burying his remains would be a piece to all of us, at least.
I present them with that ring, by the way, and I'm like, this was supposed to come from here. Is this related to anybody who's disappeared in the recent attacks?
Yes. This one was maybe a season ago, and the first time we saw them.
Okay.
Swooped in through here. I wasn't here at the time. I had ventured into one of the larger towns with some of the others, going and getting supplies and trading some of the different herbs and things we'd gathered and dried over time. But, and he looks at one of the other guys and says, that one was worse. That was the worst one. There were... I couldn't count them, I'm sorry, but there was maybe 15 or more. There's over a dozen, for sure. But yeah, they came through and took a couple of us away and chased a couple others out. He takes the ring. Who's the names on this? Pulls it over to himself. I need to pull up the fucking ring. Or wait, one of you has it. What's the names on the ring again?
Panda has it.
Oh, sorry. I closed that already. Give me a second.
Easier to pull it up if I just search by
So many tabs. Harland and Ravina.
one more time.
Harland and Ravina.
Harland. Okay, there he is.
Harland. Ravina. You know, the land and the ravine.
No.
That is the pit of his life. No, I'm joking. Yeah, it's...
Says, Harlan was, he wasn't from here. He was from, Madhan Saik is where he was originally from. But, he apparently traveled all over the place, learning all sorts of stuff. He was trying to become a herbalist. And Ravina was the apprentice. Well, she was the granddaughter of our herbalist here, and those two hit it off pretty quickly. You know, he learning the trade together and everything, and they took him away. And so, of course, you know, Ravina went after him, and she came back empty-handed, and she's gone now. I mean, she headed off into the city. After a while, moved on. Couldn't really stomach staying here in the village no more after that. So, who you assume is the elder, she says, "Sweet child, that was a terrible time. We can only wish her well on her journeys and hope she made it far. We never found Harlan's remains. So, we can keep this here for now. If we find out where Ravina has gone to, we can send it to her."
I think you've got far more likely of a chance of figuring that out than we do, so yeah.
I don't know, what's your shoe size? No, I'm joking.
Oh, God.
The tracks may be old, but
he's a keen man for shoe sizes.
That's all I gotta know.
Fucking Jesus.
You're Ravina. I don't like that you know that.
You, with the size 5 feet. Must be Ravina.
Pick up her foot and look at it.
Guards?
Yes, these are the ones. Yeah.
That's gotta be illegal, right? Hello?
Anybody, please?
Yeah, sorry.
So you give them the ring. So you hand the ring over to them. Cool.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was like, should I give him the copper rings? There's no way of telling, really. I will ask. I'll go and ask. We also found some copper rings. I hate to do that, but is this something y'all might get around here?
I mean, we don't usually just have rings. The reason Ravina had one is because Harlan's connections, you know. But he was able to get, you know, some traditions from other areas in Tsegia. We mostly just do, you know, little handmade items and such that remain in the house to symbolize the bonds.
Okay.
The elder says yes. They can range from a number of things. Rings, some people will wear them, but they wouldn't be forged of metal. You don't get that kind of resources out here.
Oh, all right. I just wanted to check. I'll figure out something to do with them. Once those damn things are dead. Pardon me. I'll look at ALS.
It's possible they gathered it off of something. With these things you found on the harpies?
The ones that we have already killed, yes.
How many have you killed?
So 5? 3?
3, yeah.
3 and then 3 fled.
It's better than how many we've killed. The other guy is just, not a 1. We've hit a couple, but just, you know, they kept on flying.
Well, anything to try and deter, yeah.
But I mean, best of luck. I mean, we'll get you the meal and everything. We just don't have very much in the way that'll help you out, other than, I mean, I could guide you up the coast a little ways, about to where far as we'll go out. But I mean, if you made it all the way out here, I mean, I imagine y'all are pretty good getting around the woods.
Yeah, I think the meal will do us just fine. I appreciate the help you're giving us so far.
Yeah, or we can get some feed to your animals out there as well.
Oh, I appreciate that. Do you have somewhere you could keep them? Because we're going to just leave them here. It's a lot harder to track on horseback than it is on foot.
I mean, yeah, there's a barn over on the south edge. We could put them up over there.
We appreciate
stabled a lot
that,
of animals
certainly.
recently, so it might need some cleaning, but I'm sure they won't mind.
We're more than willing to pay for any stabling fees as well.
I noticed one of them is a shorse.
Yeah.
I haven't
Sam.
seen a shorse in many years, and she?
Yes.
She has
Ginger.
a very beautiful coat. Ginger.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, she's very well taken care of. I recall they really enjoy alfalfa, as it grows wild in some places out here, and it can actually promote the growth of the coat. You get more wool off of them.
No,
You found out.
Yeah.
That just
Yeah,
reminded me.
Yeah.
We have not rolled 10 days
no.
worth.
No.
That's true.
10 days of wool cook, buddy.
Actually, it'd be 11.
Yeah, this is the 11th day.
The 11th day. 2 days remain. No, what is... Oh, she's up. She's under allies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal modifier unless you're using the alfalfa feed. Which normal modifier is nothing.
Do I just do this plus 10? Or 11? Or... it could take... No. Okay, I'll just roll
It
it.
could be different. Yeah.
TD... I'll just do roll a thing instead of wool growth because it's
Yeah. I was gonna say, you could just roll that
1d2.
number of dice, right?
yeah.
Because it's just 1d2, so you can roll 10d2.
It'll be 11 now.
11d2, yeah. I heard it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, the one's one. The one's one. Yeah.
One's
Isn't
one.
English great?
Still, 16% more. 16% more wool.
Or wool than other.
Wole.
Oops.
What?
She getting up there?
That, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Up there.
Nice.
It's the funny number. Oh.
You're a funny number.
360 plays it. Wait.
But,
420 no scope.
right. So you have that brief, little short conversation with the elder there. Other than that, yeah, you guys get a meal, and then I imagine you set back out.
Yep.
Yep.
Fix them. Damn thing's been off. Okay. Okay. So you start heading north. That is not what I wanted to do. Why is this on front there? Okay. So, first thing is you're going to have to try to locate the tracks. You know these aren't going to be new because they didn't... The 2 days ago, they didn't capture anyone. They probably weren't walking around, but they might have landed. Who knows? But I will need a survival check from you there, Sam, first. It's not going to be easy, but you are in the forest.
Can I aid you this time?
Yes, because I'm not fast enough. I'm in.
Damn it, I did the opposite.
No. It means you're winning now.
Yeah, it does mean I'm winning now.
First loser. Congratulations.
Lamia,
just
you
two.
find a snail that appears to be camouflaged with the mud.
Ooh,
Mud
neat.
camo.
Mud camo.
Makes it
Is
very
it mud
dark.
camo or is it just a muddy snail?
Good question.
On closer examination, it is both. Both mud camo and muddy.
26 total.
26. Okay. So as you guys are moving, you spend some time that day, like just kind of just combing over this path, trying to find tracks. It takes several hours, but you do eventually find what you believe to be the trail. You do, like, before that, you're kind of finding little, like, okay, I think this is probably some tracks or something. This may have been, yada, yada, yada. You might have found, like, some evidence of something moving on that direction, but it didn't, like, guide you anywhere. You just know, okay, something was here, now I gotta find where they were next and sort of see what direction they were traveling. It just takes a while to get all that piece together to get enough to go, okay, this is the path they were taking. And you're having to do some guesswork as you're traveling, being like, okay, this area is really rocky and really terrible. They want these people to suffer, but this might have been impossible. So they probably went around this. But like you're having to kind of fill in with with knowledge, things that you're not seeing in physical evidence. So for that reason, I also need a knowledge geography from you, Sam.
Was this in a forest? So
Yes.
it's 12. Okay, I'm sorry.
So the problem you're running into is that it's really tough for you to think the way a harpy does. Because you're basically trying to be like, okay, what path...
Ooh,
this is
demi
like-
man! I want to catch him and eat him. Ah!
Right.
Oh, Jesus.
We're gonna bone. Oh, I'm gonna eat you.
Like you're trying, but it's basically like, okay, what path could they have taken that would be torturous but not impossible? Like just bad enough that they get some suffering out of it, but that the person's still gonna make it, and not be like crippled where they can't walk or whatever, right? So it's tough for you to think along those lines while you're also trying to like find all this evidence, and it's raining hard as fuck. So you guys end up making it not particularly far that day. You basically are able to find enough that like you think you're on the right trail, and you know where like the last bit of evidence you found of them is. So you camp nearby that, rather than, I assume, going all the way back to the Thorpe.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so you spend another night in the woods.
Sam, get me food, please.
In the woodises.
Never. Yes. Survival? Is that what we were doing? Yeah.
Nice.
And 19. 19 on the food one.
Yeah, you can find enough food for all of you.
How big and what species? No.
I don't fucking know, bro.
No, I was asking her. Because I get whatever the fuck she wants. Feeling squirrel?
No.
Wombat? I bet I can find a wombat.
That's not the case.
You're not finding
Lamia
a
will eat
wombat.
whatever you give her.
Okay, I give her the good berry she gave me earlier. I get you a squirrel, and I roast it, but I put the good berry in its mouth like an apple in a pig roast. No.
You find a weasel. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Big weasel.
Its name is Jean-Paul.
Jean-Paul, no!
And one is wearing a beret.
I'm home.
But point is, I got fed. Cool.
Yeah, you definitely find some wildlife, and you find like some
Food.
nuts and berries and other stuff that you guys can subsist on as well. And cool. Let's roll the night watch.
Night watch.
Eli and no one, and then Lamia with no one, and then Sam with Sherlock.
Alden takes exception to being called no one. Anyways, I know he doesn't count, but still.
Alright.
Oh boy, Eli.
Watch. Neat. Okay, 51.
At least I rolled a good perception check.
It's decent.
That's good for me. I don't have fantastic perception, so.
Especially helpful that you have dark vision.
Yeah, it is really helpful.
You don't have rain vision now, which is actually
No.
the biggest issue with the visibility right now.
Yeah, it's probably
That is,
like pretty minimal visibility for anybody.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's fun. Okay. All right, Eli. So, while you're I presume you're sitting like in your tent with like it open so you can see out there, but you're not just like in the rain.
Yeah.
It washes off of you, but it's still like you're still being rained on.
Yeah,
so it's like
yeah.
super annoying.
I'm
And it's
not
cold.
just trying to just sit in the rain, exactly.
So you're just kind of watching this just curtain of rainfall come down out there. It's loud. It's soothing. If you're not in the wilderness with harpies flying around and other pieces of bullshit that might sneak up on you, then it's really soothing. But now it's just kind of nerve-wracking. Like, man, there could be anything out there. And right as you have that thought, you see a shape. Just a silhouette of something moving through the curtain of rain. It's just a gray silhouette backdrop of something that's kind of moving. At first, your initial thought is, oh shit, that might be a bear. It's about the right size
Oh no.
as a bear. It's over on all fours. And it's kind of just like, it's like hunkered and kind of head down, like moving around, like it's looking for something or sniffing around. Maybe you don't really know. And it is, you hope, about 60 feet away. And I don't mean you hope because that would be a great distance away for it to be, because that's the furthest away it's going to be and you can see it.
Right.
So it could be a little closer than that, but it's hard to tell. But as you're watching it, you notice it kind of pauses and it raises up. You know how bears like raise up on their hind legs? Mm-hmm. This doesn't raise all the way on the hind legs. It goes like part of the way, and you notice the legs are they're kind of that like digitigrade legs, like they kind of bend back and then forward, and you see these like big, massive something, like its feet are like these, like they're way bigger than what you would imagine a bear's claws would be. And like the front end of it, like the arms kind of hang down, and there's these long, lanky arms. These like fucking. The silhouette makes it look like they just have hook hands. You don't think it does, but you don't know what the hell this thing is. Because when the head raises up and turns, you see antlers.
Oh, okay.
Like these big fucking stag antlers. And it like turns your direction. And you just see this gleam of eyes through the rain for a moment. And it like lowers its head like it sees you. And it goes completely still.
I also am gone completely still. The second I think it, like, when it raises up and it turns, I'm just like frozen, you know? That like, can't move, too scared. Like, kind of thing. Where it's like, if I move, it'll see me. It's like, uh-oh.
So, actually, no, hold on. Let's do a different one. Let's go with that. We'll just go with the rain.
Oh, yeah.
So you go completely fucking still, and it also doesn't move. So you just have the sound of rain around you. You can kind of hear your own breathing.
Most
kind
of awkward
like
staring contest of all time.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Easily the most awkward staring contest of all time.
Quick, make yourself as big as possible.
29. Jeez. So you sit there holding your breath.
Stealthy.
And you just vaguely hear Alduin, like, in the back of your mind, just like, think quiet thoughts. And he goes, oh shit, that was loud. And then he goes quiet. You sit there for probably like a full minute and a half, not breathing, waiting. Like you don't really want to look it in the eye, but you already were. You don't want to move your eyes. Mm-hmm. You're just a statue. And finally, it just suddenly, like as quick as it appeared, it turns and it disappears off into the rain. And you just kind of hear this like scraping, like thump sounds of its foot, like these big footsteps moving away. And I imagine several more minutes pass before you allow yourself to move. You might have to breathe in there very slowly.
It's one of those, like, when I hear it go away, you get that, like, but it's still that, like, that exhale that's, like, really controlled. It's not the, like, oh, thank God. It's the, like, don't move, just breathe, you know?
Yeah. And enough time passes, you don't hear anything, you don't see anything, it's probably gone. Cool. That's all that happens.
In the morning,
really fucking good stealth check.
When everybody else wakes up, I'm still just sitting there like a statue, just like.
Is it the wolf? It's the wolf again. Oh no! Wake up!
Significantly scarier than a wolf.
Oh. Two wolves.
Did you even
Describe
sleep last
what
night?
I saw to everybody.
Yeah, it didn't have a shot. It couldn't have beaten you. That's why I didn't roll it first, but it also rolled terrible.
I'll tell you what. Whatever it was, I've never seen one of those before, and I'd very much like to not see one again because I'm not sure what it was. But things with antlers aren't supposed to stand like that, and they definitely shouldn't look like that.
You believe it moved south.
Okay.
Like southwest-ish, where the forest is still also very thick.
So yeah, it's moving into the thicker forest.
Uh, I don't know what that could possibly be.
You guys
Uh,
don't have like Wendigos here, do you?
Oh, what now?
Yeah.
I don't know, Patrick. Is that part of Polish
Actually,
culture?
more Gansong culture, actually.
Yeah, okay, that's what
Yeah.
I thought.
That's why I asked if
So you
we had
might
him
know
here.
what the sound is. Yeah, so you might
'Cause-
have like heard that, but
We actually talked about Wendigos in Wednesday's campaign. That's why I brought it up. Because we did that at one point. That's why I was like, you guys don't have those here, do you? Good. Okay, you don't. That's great. That's good news. Those are bad.
real bad. Yeah, I'm not sick of Wendigo, and you guys know
Yeah, thank you.
those things they're real strong. But yeah. But maybe I would. I don't know. Either way. So,
Look, I don't know what it was, but I don't want to meet it. That's all I know.
that would be
Okay,
fun.
well, let's keep going then. We're moving away from it essentially, though, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just keep going.
I will ask Sam if he can go look at the tracks though. I'll be like, hey, mate, will you go look at the area? I point to where it was in, because see what kind of weird tracks these were. So if we see these tracks in the future, we know like to potentially avoid that area.
Yeah, is
Well,
there
it could've
hazard pay in the
It
contract?
could have been nice. It could have been the whole job's hazard pay, mate. It could have been nice. It could have been friendly, but I wasn't risking it.
Well, there's hazard, and then there's hazard.
The whole job is hazard pay. You're asking a lot of contract questions lately.
I don't know. I have money to pay Maynard now. Maybe he'll be my lawyer.
He's not a lawyer.
Oh,
He's an accountant.
Yeah, he just
Same
knows
thing.
law.
Yeah, I'll go look at the fucking drawings.
Don't you want to avoid them in the
I
future?
don't want to go on. Whatever's waiting for me. Sorry. No, yeah, I'll go look. No.
Okay, give me a quick survival forest as well.
Wait. What's his shoe size? Sorry, hoof size. Do you wear like a 9? Like if I gotta go to a fair, you're like, what? Like, what am I asking for? Is it clothed? Is it like? Or I got
So
the weird
you-
like cow shoes.
You don't see what you're likely expecting.
Big
Whatever
human.
this is have cloven hooves.
Okay.
They're big. Like, they're big, broad ones, you know? But,
Were moose.
yeah. You don't see any evidence of, like, claws or anything dragging through the mud, nothing like that. You just see these hoof tracks, and they fucking just tear off the same direction that Eli saw southwest. Based on the gait, it looks like it doesn't have very long limbs. Like, they might even be a little bit stubby. So you don't know if maybe the light was playing tricks on him and it might have looked different than what he saw, or maybe this thing can shapeshift.
What about broken limbs from animals?
I mean, if you're gonna travel far enough to like go look through that, you
Like
do
how
see
high
a
up? I guess
few-
would be the question. Yeah.
You do see a few that tells you the thing. I mean, it's definitely not small. It's about the size of a maybe like a smaller grizzly,
Okay. Yeah. No.
or no, about the size of a grizzly. Yeah, average. The only other thing that kind of stands out is it seems to have left behind a pretty gross smell.
No.
Like, you know bears smell real bad, but it shouldn't linger like this. Like, this lingers. It's like a fucking bear scent, but like it's obviously faded because of the rain and time, thankfully. But you imagine whatever scent that was pretty damn strong when it maybe just wasn't close enough to smell it, and the rain dampens it, but like kind of going around the tracks and getting close to them and stuff. It's like, oh fuck, yeah, you'll smell that thing before you see it coming.
Well, that's good to know. Oof.
The rain has also let up a bit. So, we'll continue. Sam, I'm going to need another knowledge geography from you.
Geography.
Geography.
Yeah, forced.
Yes.
13. All these trees look the same.
Yeah,
It's just tree.
Still having a bit of trouble trying to piece together exactly the path they're taking, so it's just taking a lot more time. You've got to be getting closer to it because you are finding evidence. Eli and Lamia, give me perception checks, please.
Right up. Excuse me. On in people's face here.
15 and 20. Nice. Oh, where'd it go? Yeah. Plus what? Okay. Wow. Okay, so as you guys are approaching, you two are obviously kind of keeping an eye out while Sam is looking, trying to piece stuff together, asking you questions occasionally, and stopping to scratch his head. Well, he's still kind of got his nose to the ground there. Eli, you spot it first. You definitely see something pass overhead as you guys are walking under like an opening in the canopy of the trees.
Okay.
Probably point Lamia's attention up there. She doesn't see anything at first, but you guys like keep an eye out. Probably say something to Sam real quick, and he keeps doing what he's doing, but now he's kind of on alert. Walking around the little area that you're in the forest, keeping your eyes up, you see something else pass. That's definitely a harpy. It looks like it was headed straight south.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, so do we want to try and follow where that harpy was headed? If it's going straight south, it might be going back towards that little
Yeah.
thorp.
Yeah,
so
that's
we
my
just wanna-
thought.
As you're saying that, you guys see it again, this time north. Like, it went and then came back around, and it is lower. Eli, you're able to kind of pick up as you watch it go by, because I imagine you're talking while you're still kind of looking up there.
Yeah.
Shielding your eyes from the rain. You can see just like the angle of it. It is swooping downward. You're spotted.
Okay.
You don't necessarily know if they realize that you know that you know that they know, but probably.
We know that.
Okay. So, guys.
Oh shit! You have a hollow with you. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's with you.
Let's try and take a little bit of cover, and I'll use an illusion to hopefully bait him out.
Okay.
You want us to like tie a rope to you or something, or like?
Illusion. I make silent image of me. Fine. We'll boot that.
I can do a minor image. Actually, I was able to cobble that spell together. That can make some noise and such.
There we go.
Rahala says.
Excellent. Anything we can do to get him over here. But yeah, I do. I will, once we kind of like try and tuck ourselves in, like under some trees or whatever, I'll do silent image to have myself walk, that silent image of myself walking in a clearing, basically.
Okay.
Like, and if Rahala can make an illusion that is like talking to mine, that would really sell it. Hopefully so.
Okay. So yeah, she'll do that. I don't have it to boot right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I can do. I think I can cause it to go into the chat from here.
I can try and
Or not. Okay.
I can prep a spell that will that could cause it to if it gets close enough to the ground.
Just do that.
Oh, cool.
I get it entangled. That way we could actually, I mean, even capture it, even maybe question it if it is intelligent.
Yeah, well, they do seem to speak English, so yeah, we could do that. I've also, I can always try and blind them when they get closer.
Oh God.
And then always got the shadow trap as well. I can latch them in place.
Yeah. I have entangle prepped, so I've had it prepped for a while. But
so we've got options to limit their movement, is what I'm getting at here.
Yeah.
I've also got haunting mists if they're close to the ground, so we could spook them with that, and I've got deeper darkness. So I can obfuscate, anyways. But I just imagine casting deeper darkness on a thing that's flying and just watch it hit a fucking tree. That's just my only thought. But deeper darkness. It's like.
Cool. So you're doing the illusion, and Rahal will do a speaking illusion of herself. And you guys try to like kind of hunker down in the trees a bit, so you're out of sight. Okay, I need stealth checks from everyone.
Woo!
Stealth.
I forgot to do my. But whatever. I'm doing an illusion spell. I probably can't focus long enough to do my other things. I'm trying to do a spell.
Are they They are concentrations. They're standard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, that means you can't.
I could have, if I had thought about this and did it in a different order and tried to do all the hiding stuff first, then cast the spell, I could have done that, but I didn't. So I'm just going to cast my illusion and hide. My stealth's higher than everybody else's anyways, doesn't matter.
15, 18. Those aren't bad.
Rahala's, are you rolling hers?
Yep, let's pull it up. There it is. Terrible. It's not really her forte. Does she have Inspire Competence? Oh, she does have Inspire Competence. Yeah, she probably would have done that.
Yeah.
So everybody gets +2 to that skill check.
Cool. Okay.
Use a couple of
so 20 total.
Performance. Yeah.
I'm gonna boop from Tangle.
Okay. Is that what are you readying that?
Yeah, but I want to ask a question about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good.
So I'm gonna boop it to spell level 0, right? 1.
Whatever spell level you're casting.
First level.
Yeah.
Which you're casting it at whatever the spell level is, which I believe is 1.
Yeah. About the area specifically. Mm-hmm. Plants in a 40-foot radius spread. How far is that off the ground? Is that a dome, or is that like a?
No, plants don't exist in a dome.
I know. That's what I was like. Is it?
You're talking about like, does it affect like branches and stuff that are up?
Yeah. Or, quite literally, do they have to be touching, or like within the reach of grass on the ground and whatnot?
They have to be within the reach of plants in the area of effect. Yes.
Okay.
So, plants in a 40-foot radius spread. It doesn't specify that it's like they got to be on the ground.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, this.
I was gonna say the spell description also does the wonderful other plants.
Yeah.
Qualifier, which is just the most vague.
So I can cast this on algae in the ocean, and it just like
other plants.
Yeah.
Algae's a plant, right? Or is it? Yeah.
It's not an animal.
It's definitely not an animal. It's not a mineral.
But a fungi? I don't know.
You're a fun guy, buddy.
Hey. You accidental discharge.
Yeah. I'd say it would work for like branches and other shit too. I don't know why that question has never come up for me.
I guess that should be negligent discharge, but
yeah.
If I'm just shooting.
I was gonna say, I just want the really annoying thorn vines that climb up trees. I just want to make sure you get those, because I friggin' grabbed one of those today, and That was because it was just I was moving tree branches and I grabbed the tree branch, but it was just wrapped around the tree branch, so I just palm grabbed that freaking spine thorn. I was like,
those fucking things will give you scars, bro.
Yeah, I hate those.
Bodark,
things.
man.
Joke.
Bodark as well.
Those.
So, speaking of that, though, I'm assuming you're hoping there's some thorny plants in the area.
If not, I can do a dance and make them. No.
That'd be a different thing. Wouldn't do any damage.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
we'll leave that up to luck here. So just give me evens or odds, and then roll any standard die.
I want it to be correct. So odds.
Yeah, whatever you want it to be. Yeah.
Okay. Boo.
Evens. Yeah, there's some, but not enough that would actually cause damage. That's okay. It would still work, and yeah, some trees and stuff could get involved.
Poison ivy? No. Poison oak. No.
But so what's the trigger? What's the thing that's gonna make you cast Entangle?
Oh. Let me read it again because it's for a minute.
Like you could say it's
those that enter the area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd say it's like as soon as it gets into range of like, I guess trying to pick up set illusions or attack set illusions. So as soon as it's within range of the area.
Yeah. Okay. You can say as soon as it's in the range of the spell, and I'll take that. Just throw that in the chat real quick for good habits. Just type that in. Lamia, do you have any readied actions?
No.
You don't have a ranged weapon?
No.
You want a crossbow?
I forgot to buy it.
You want a light crossbow? Reach into my bag. There's a light crossbow in there. It's
that
probably
means I have to add
loaded.
another thing to my cheat.
Just
Yeah,
drag
okay.
it over. Just drag it out of the compendium.
Yeah, I'll take the crossbow.
Here, have rocks. Throw them at
Have
it.
rocks. There's a light crossbow in my bag.
Do a Baldur's Gate 3 and just start throwing the cost 1 items in your inventory that you pick up.
Right.
Goblet. Potion bottle. Fork. Plate.
Okay. So I'm assuming your readied action is to shoot it with a crossbow.
Yeah. I'll. Sorry, I'm working on putting the things in.
Okay. Let me know when you're done, because
I forgot I had those arrows.
What else there is to
Like, I completely forgot I had those arrows. Yeah.
Which ones? You got quite a few.
All of them. I forgot I had arrows. Yeah.
You said you were going to do that on your off time, you goofball.
Yeah, no.
How many crossbow bolts are you giving me? Eli?
What? I told you take the whole thing.
I
So
don't know what the-
have.
I don't know how many I have either. 10, I think is what I
Okay.
have.
That's fine. Okay.
It's not something I've had to use. Sorry.
Alright. I am
I
typing
have-
what I'm ready now.
I have 10. Yes, that is how many I have.
I still have them pulled up, so.
I also want to use Shadow Gambit if it comes within useful range of my spell, so I can punch it with my illusion.
Okay.
Is that who the X-Men character fights in
Shadow Gambit? Yeah, that's
the
X-Men
Shadow
versus
Temple?
Capcom.
Oh, yeah.
When you Gambit for Shadow Gambit, yeah. Totally.
Well, so you wouldn't be able to
Guys-
ready an action right now, but
No, I'm
This
just,
Gambit is so
I get that I probably can't ready
Moving
action.
it
I'm just
to-
telling you what I'm going to do once it gets here.
no, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm checking a thing. Casting time. Yeah. Just concentration. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Because minor image, I think, is concentration plus 2 rounds or something.
Yeah, it has to be an illusion I have ongoing control of anyways. So
Yeah. So it's like a part of the, instead of concentrate, you cast this or you use this ability.
yeah,
and
yeah.
then instead
As a
does-
standard action, exactly.
But that's
yeah.
why it disappears at the end of it, is because
Exactly.
you're not concentrating. That makes sense.
Yep.
Harpy dives down to the illusion. So do you want to do it right as it dives down, Molly, or do you want to do it after the entangle goes off?
After the entangled.
Okay.
Time to ambush this sucker.
Yeah, that's a lot of actions. We'll see how it pays off. Okay. Checking if Rahala has anything offensive. She really doesn't. So, yeah, she's here for moral support, y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, she has cause fear, but it's not really helpful here. You're not trying to scare it. You're trying to kill it or capture it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this thing continues to swoop down. You guys make your illusions and start concentrating on them, of whatever's going on. Eli gesticulating wildly and
Yes.
Rahala, like, arguing with him or something.
I'm talking with my hands.
It's there's no actual words. It's just gibberish coming out.
Yeah.
So she's kind
Just
of
imagine
banking on...
him doing this.
Right? So she's kind of just banking on, like, them not having the full, complete grasp of the language, or maybe assuming you're speaking a different one or something, rather than being like, what the fuck? So...
We could both be speaking Tertian to each other. They don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, true.
So, a couple of rounds go by of this. You guys just waiting. And finally, you see this harpy dive down through the trees. Just whoosh, like appears. Heading straight for the Eli illusion.
Of course.
I am going to give it a quick perception check. It's not going to affect this initial action. It's going to affect what it tries to do next. And it rolled good. Okay. Alright, cool. So it dives down. The first thing that it's going to get in range of course, is Entangle. Which means I need to... Hold on one second. I need to roll a save for it. Let's put this little fucker on the map, shall we? We'll actually go to another map. Where's our... We have a Theater of the Mind map on this, don't we?
We should.
We sure do. We used it for the big battle.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff. There's so much shit on this map.
There is. Is this gonna take you 1 second? Because I'm gonna run and just turn the dryer on real quick because my stuff's in the dryer and our dryer doesn't dry. Okay, so I'm gonna just do that.
He's gonna interrupt himself and go do that.
Yeah, he muted himself and just kept talking.
There's a slight delay, I know, and that happens. All right, and then Wilmet's not here. It's just y'all and a harpy. Harpy.
Rahala too.
Yeah, I'll put her on here in a second.
Okay.
Just want to roll this thing's saving throw. I didn't put the macro on it. Of course not. DC 14? Okay. Goddamn. 17. So that's when you first cast it. I believe it remain as the save at the end of your turn. Okay. We'll cover that in a moment. So you let off the entangle. This thing's diving, and it immediately takes like this big swipe of air under its wings, and like just shoots out of the range as like these vines and other things from a tree nearby just lash out at it, trying to entangle it. It kind of moves it off course a little bit. It keeps going down for the Eli thing. There's other plants and things reaching for it. They just don't quite get a hold of it. And it's going to attack the illusion, which obviously isn't very effective. So we're going to give it a will save now that it's interacting.
Oh man, yeah, it definitely knocked that out of the park.
Fucking rolling heat.
Fucking main character harpy over here.
So yeah, it definitely knows something is up. And, of course, it's also about to get shot at. So go ahead and let off your ranged attack there, Lamia.
Oh, man.
Damn.
That was
Second one nice.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I guess I can change this up now, too.
Oh, okay. And I was like, what? I just put my foot down, and like the music changed.
The music stopped. You're like,
What
oh,
I
no!
did.
Sorry.
Okay, you're good.
So, okay. You shoot at it, you definitely hit with a fucking 24, deal 4 points of damage to it. And it kind of screams in surprise. And you can see like the like rapid flapping of the wings trying to like keep itself from reaching the ground. And you see it looks first at Rahala, like it looks right over where she is, and then it starts to notices Sam and Lamia because they both acted. You definitely see it notice the two of them, and yeah, it's on high alert. You can't tell what it's about to do. It does brandish the spear, but you don't know if it's about to run or try to fight or what it's about to do. We are going to go ahead and go into initiative.
All right, let's go ahead. With me, like initiative.
You ready for us?
Should be. Yep, go ahead and select your mini and roll.
No. Are we in a forest?
You are.
You're a forest.
Mama will say that life was like a box of lima beans.
You never
They're
know.
pretty
what's
good.
No.
Box of
Oh, shoot.
3-bean soup.
Okay.
Every
You're
spoonful, you don't know what beans you're gonna get. Remind me to show everybody the trailer to Indian Forest Gump next time we do the Patreon hangout. It's buddy. It's sorry.
You know what? Fair. Fair.
God damn. All right.
Is that Rahala?
No. That was the harpy.
That was the harpy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Lamia, you won initiative.
You won. Congratulations.
The winner is you.
I don't want to get near the entangled myself, right? I'm pretty sure I don't want to do that.
Yes, it is creatures, not enemies.
Okay, so I will, I guess, reload the crossbow by using my move and then shoot again.
Go for it. I think this every time this song comes up. This is some Final Fantasy ass fight.
It is, man. It is. It really is.
Like, I'm not complaining. It just is.
It's the da.
Yes.
What is this? This is definite destination. Really.
Oh my gosh.
20 hits for 7.
Lami is done.
You
died already?
Gets hit and it yells something you don't understand. Just this like angry, vicious words in a different language, and she goes "fuck" at the end of it. So
Language.
first
Yes.
bilingually.
Yes. I will yell language.
Sam, you're up. Oh, God damn it. Hold on a second. Fucking headphones.
This makes me think of Metal Gear Solid, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
This part
can
right
agree
here.
with that. Yeah.
I gotta get a different fucking set of headphones.
Me too, man.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm looking at. Angle's not
There it
concentration, right?
Okay.
It says D.
I can hear again.
No, that
D
means-
means
Correct.
dismissible. That means you can
Okay.
dismiss it as a standard action. Not all spells you can dismiss. Some are just you cast the spell and the effect is there now. Yeah.
That's the fun thing about blindness, deafness is it's
Yeah.
dismissible. So I can be like, no see, you see. It's just like-
Yeah. That's dark. That's bright.
yeah.
So yeah, at the end of your
Well-
turn, it's going to have to save against entanglement again. But
Yeah.
you can still do other stuff. You don't have to maintain
Yeah.
it.
I'm a shoe stay at it. Excuse me. And that would take too much time to put ropes on.
Ah, yeah. Oh, would you have? You've had 10 days. Would you have stocked up on Deadeye arrows? You could have prepared that spell once a day.
Yeah, sure. That would be 10 days, so 10 arrows.
Yeah, but you only
Ridic-
store 6 of them.
Yeah, you can only
Okay,
hold a
yeah,
max of
so-
six.
Normally, you can't keep them. Yeah,
Yeah,
so just
so
exchange
6.
6 regular arrows for those.
So. Okay. Yeah, I might as well try that out since I got one. Because I have them. Well, that kind. Yeah.
Do you have the spell on to boop or no?
Yeah. I'll boop it. Should booped. Don't technically have it, but.
Yeah, you don't have to have it prepared right now. Just
Yeah, you may. Deals 1d6 points.
Electricity plus 1d6 plus 1 per 1 point per
Level.
level, which your caster level is
Yeah, 1.
2.
Oh, my caster level? Oh, it was
Yeah, I
1.
think your caster level is 2.
What
Pretty
level spells can you cast now? But no. When did you gain spells? Is actually what it is.
4th.
So yeah, send your second level caster because we're level like 7.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I do have level 2 spells. I just don't have any.
Yeah,
I need to get
because we're level 7.
nice. Oh, so that would be +2 then, correct? I can
okay,
do
hold on.
math.
No, that would make your 7th level
Yeah, we're 7th level.
would make you caster level 4.
Level 4, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Because
yeah.
a ranger is their caster level is their level minus 3.
Yeah, because you
'Cause
get
you
it at
get a
4,
caster
right?
level
Yeah.
at 4th level.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it says on the ranger sheet.
yeah.
4 then. Okay.
So your Deadeye arrow will do 1d6 plus 4 electricity damage.
Cool. And that's not on top of the regular bow damage though, right? Or is
No,
it a ton?
No, it's just electricity damage instead. And you also get
Okay.
to hit it touch AC instead of regular AC.
Alright. So do I still roll to attack with my
Yep.
bow? Yes, okay.
Mhm. Yeah, same attack roll, just easier to hit it because you don't have to hit its full
It's
AC.
not a full attack though, then
You can full attack.
okay. Sorry.
Yeah, you can. Just tell me which arrows you're using. If you're using
I just
Deadeye
couldn't
bow
because I had a
or-
crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the first one's going to be because the higher chance to hit, because first shot is going to be the Deadeye arrow. And I'll just do attack modifier. I don't think I have any attack modifier for arrows.
I don't think it's within 30 feet, so you wouldn't get point blank or anything.
Okay. So
But yeah, if
submit.
you're full attacking, so first arrow, does that hit touch? I believe it does. Hold on.
13.
Just hits its touch AC.
Hey. So that's 26 plus 4 is what you said?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Electricity.
1.
So it takes 5 points of electricity damage. This thing fucking lights up like a Christmas tree because it's soaking wet from flying.
Yeah.
Zap.
So I'm actually going to make it vulnerable to that right now. So it's going to take 2 extra points of damage. So it takes 7.
Ooh.
Zippity zap zap zoop.
So he just, like, he draws us back. You see this, like, crackling bolt of lightning on the bow. And when he releases it, it almost like it winks out of existence. And suddenly that harpy is just like, ah! Like, just suddenly, like, arching. And, like, you can see, like, the wings, like, spasm for a second. And, like, you fucking see, like, cartoonishly, you can see the skeleton for a couple of moments. And, like, smoke comes off it. It continues flying for now, because it'll have to make a check on its turn. But, yeah, that sucked.
So, second shot, arrow. This one's going to be regular arrow. Of the arrowness.
17, I think, also fucking hits it. Yes, it does.
Cool.
So this one isn't armored.
It's armored. It's just not well armored.
4, sorry. 2 damage plus 2. So.
4 more points of damage. So it like fucking gets electrocuted, and you can see it's like reeling from that right as the other arrow just like hits it in the shoulder, and it spins for a second. You see it's still like flapping and like trying to keep a grip of the spear in its hand. Like the eyes are a little bit unfocused. It's definitely hurt. And into your turn?
Yeah.
So it's gonna have to save again versus Entangle.
I hit it twice. That's I hit some
right
twice.
Right as it's getting its fucking bearings here. At this point, it would just be funny if it failed.
I thought that was gonna be a 1. I thought it was gonna be a 1, man. I really did.
It was almost a fucking 1, dude.
It
so
barely made the save too.
Yeah,
fucking made
meat beats.
It's like getting slapped with like plants and shit. It just like just freaks out for a second, like swats all of it away with the spear. You see like the fucking arrow still in like its shoulder. Cool. It's Rahala's turn. Skip. Yeah, she's not doing anything right now. She does not have a ranged weapon. Yeah, nah, this ain't for her. Nobody's injured. Nope. I'm trying to see if she has a bardic performance to do here. Yeah, none of those are worth it. Oh, actually, hold on. She is an archivist, so she can actually give bonuses. That's worth doing for sure. Plus 10. Oh yeah, she made it. So yeah, she says out loud. She says,
Thank you.
I don't know. So I'm not sitting here all night. She starts shouting some advice of things that she sees on it. That'll help you guys actually hit it. You're actually going to get a +1 to attack rolls against it and armor class against it.
Neat.
While she maintains that performance. Mark that off. Alright, and then Eli, I'm assuming you're doing the Shadow Gambit.
Nah, I'll just Shadow Trap it. It saw through my illusion, right?
It did.
So it's only going to do half damage. Alright, just Shadow Trap the sucker.
So will save, of course. Will save. Nope. Trapped.
Yeah. Got it. Right there is far enough.
Don't like that at all.
Got snappy one-liners for days.
Anything else with your turn?
Like language.
Okay.
No, I will actually move real quick. I'm just going to move to the other side of Sam, so I'm like in a better line with this thing. So if it wants to, it obviously wants to attack me. If it gets free, I can draw it my way, so they can just pummel it.
Okay. These aren't like exact positionings, but
Sure.
just
That's
keep
why
it in
I just
mind
moved
that
me
you're,
to
like,
the
trying
left
to
of
make sure
Sam.
you're,
Yeah.
like over there by everything.
Yeah. So that way because I know that I'm primary target, so I'm just like, all right, eat me. Anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, its turn. It's shadow trapped now.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? What is it supposed to do? It's gotta make a
So
will save,
5
basically.
feet is let's see,
It
for
can't
5
reach
feet
anything
each
over
round.
5 feet.
On its turn, it can attempt a new saving throw to end
As
the
a
effect
full
as a
round.
full round. Yep.
So it moves to the end of that, feels the tug, and it's just like.
Oh,
It's
a
straining
flying creature
against it.
can only hover in place or fall.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
So it hovers in place. Does it? No. Mechanically, it's supposed to know what these options are, so it knows it can do one of those two things.
Yeah.
Falling bad.
Falling bad.
Does not want
Especially
to
with the
fall.
ground trying to grab it.
Yeah. Falling very bad. It hovers and strains against it. That's basically all it can do.
Okay. Alright, yeah. It gets to try and break it.
Hold on. Does it still get to make the full round?
It should, because each round on its turn. Yeah, so it should.
It still can. It just can't. It can't like move the 5 feet. It just gets those two options.
Yep.
All right, it's gonna try. It strains. Fucker, it saves.
Ooh, meets
Ooh,
feet.
just got it.
Yep.
It keeps fucking flapping like rapidly, but that's its entire turn.
Is it still within Oh yeah.
Uh,
sorry.
Yeah, but
that's
that
the
ends
end
on
of
your
your
turn.
Oh, it's in my turn. Okay, okay.
Yeah, end of your turn. It has to.
That's
save
why
again.
it made a second save.
Oh, let's just check it.
All right, Lamia, you're up.
Oh, okay. I guess I will reload and fire again.
Bolt number 3.
Reload.
Oh, wait, oops. Forgot I get a +1.
Yes. Yeah, +1 from Rahala's performance. 24. Yep. Hit for 3 more points of damage. That one sticks.
And I am done.
All right, Sam, you're up.
Alrighty. Regular arrows. Just 2 shots.
Okay.
I get +1 from Rahala, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
To attack?
To attack. Yeah. To attack.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
19 hits. 10 does not.
Yep.
3 more. I guess we're just whittling this thing away slowly.
Yep. Bink, 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 bink.
And you can't do a whole lot about it right now. Okay, so that's you. Do you 5-foot step or anything? You're like inching closer to it, or you staying put? Yeah.
No, staying there. Is it within bush range, tree range?
It
Bush
hasn't
range.
managed to get out of the range of entangle yet because it couldn't move last turn.
Yeah.
So it's gonna roll a reflex save again. And it finally fails.
Yay! I knew if we
Like,
did
you
it
just had to
enough
roll below a
times, it would
7.
work. Yeah.
So this thing has been shot with multiple bolts, got hit by lightning, has been being slapped around by all these plants trying to grab it.
I really just
It's
imagine
fucking shadow trapped. It manages to hold its way out of that shit. Just as it gets free, it takes another bolt and it's like, fuck this, I'm getting out of here. One strong stroke of the wings and it runs directly into a tree branch that wraps around its head, along with a bunch of other vines and things, and it just screams furious anger into the sky. Just thrashing for all it's worth, because there's no valid targets. It's like stabbing the tree with a spear.
Oh,
But,
man.
cool. That's that. Rahala's going to maintain her bardic performance. There is a brief, like, falter in her, like, constant stream of information where she's just like, God damn, like, watching what this thing is going through. Where there's that, like, man, if these things weren't notably cruel and evil, I'd feel a little bad for it. But you reap what you sow. So she's going to keep that going. Nothing else. Eli, you're up.
I guess I'm just gonna rocket it.
It's entangled, so
That's
Not surprised.
yeah. All right, that's the first one. Is a 3, and here's the last 2. Woo, not 22. Jeez. Okay, took a total of 8.
8 more damage. It's
Wow.
looking real rough.
Just like I have rolled the exact same thing for spell recovery every time, by the way, and failed all 3, obviously. But I've rolled the same number all 3 times.
Fuck. Yeah, it looks really, really fucking rough. Okay, so it's got to take a move action to try to escape.
yeah, it moves at half speed apparently.
Entangled.
You move at half
Yeah.
speed.
Cannot run or charge. Takes a -2 penalty on all attack rolls and a -4 penalty on to dexterity. Until creature
No,
attempts
it
to cast-
cannot move. It
cannot move?
Because your entangled spell is an anchored, immovable source.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, because it's the fucking ground and a tree. Technically, you can move the tree, but it can't. I can tell you that for free.
Make a strength check. Yep.
So let's see. Is it trained an escape artist? It is.
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
nope, that's not it. That's a totally different thing.
Oh.
Harpy.
Oh.
Are you trained? You are not trained an escape artist.
What's a strength in escape artist, guys?
It is not.
What did he misread?
Maybe Rahala?
Rahala is trained an escape artist.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She's not into. Never mind.
It's still gonna
No.
know how to
You're
get
not
out, just
into-
saying. Making a strength. I guess it can still make it untrained. It's gonna. Doesn't have very good chances. But
What are you gonna do to me?
It's
I'm gonna make
rolled
that
good
chief
today.
play and grab you.
let's
It's a
see if
Chia.
the dark gods have mercy on you, Harpy.
My harpies.
It's basically just a dexterity check for it.
I surrender.
Oh,
Oh,
nat
They
20.
apparently do. So, yep.
Good
spends its
for
move action,
them.
and it flails like crazy. Finally, is like able to slip underneath the like branch that's on its face, and pulls like a leg. It's just slowly getting out of this stuff as it thrashes and wigs the fuck out. Finally free, it's going to use its standard action, convert it into a move, and fly straight up into the air. Which it can fly at 80 feet.
Damn.
Yeah, it goes up, straight up 80 feet. Unfortunately, it is still rainy enough that flying it's flying in difficult terrain right now, especially going up. So it only gets
What's that
40
total
feet up.
distance now?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, do you guys know what the range on magic missile is? A lot more than 80. So I still got that.
But yeah, it only goes up 40 feet because it had to use its move to escape, and then it can only use its standard to go up, so it couldn't double move.
So still within 110.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And it's you can tell it is picking up speed. So like if it just keeps going, it'll eventually get to its maximum movement. But first round, no. But that's its whole turn. Back atop of the initiative, we can try to finish this out before we end tonight.
Yep.
Lamia, you're up.
Lamia reloads and shoots. +1. God.
16. 16 just hits. If it was any further away, you'd start taking a penalty from the heavy rainfall, but
Yeah, that's fair.
it's right at the edge.
Lamia's
So you
done.
1 more point of damage to it.
Hey, Lamia, you can keep that because I've owned that crossbow for like 2 years and you've already hit more things with it in 2 minutes.
I'm sure you've hit stuff with the crossbow. With the bolts, you probably have.
It's not more things. It's one thing.
You
multiple
hit more
times.
times. That's more things than I've hit with this crossbow in 2 years, Lamia. It's yours.
I imagined him like practicing with it at the range. Misses the target. He goes, "That'll be easier later." I'm sure I'll do it in the moment. It just never fucking used it.
No, I didn't. I've had it since the beginning of the campaign. I've never used it. I think I pulled it out a couple times as a threat. I never actually fired it.
Okay, so it takes a point of damage. Lamia is done. Sam, you're up.
D6 plus 4 for the Deadeye arrow, correct? Plus 1 to attack modifier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, still at +1 attack.
That's the first one.
Yeah, just get that.
It's touch.
15's gonna hit its touch.
1, 6, 4. Hey.
Oh.
Max damage.
And it's still.
And it is covered in rain.
Oh, I forgot to. I guess I
so
should.
It's gonna take. It's gonna take 15. So it is flying straight in the air, gets hit by a glancing blow from Lamia's bolt. And then, Sam, if you would like to describe how you defeat this harpy with a Deadeye arrow.
Like, how far can I aim up? And
Rahola's gonna compose a bardic verse about you like you're a hunter in the stars of old, shooting straight up into the sky with a belt of stars and some other things, but slightly shorter.
this sounds cool, but it's also kind of mean sounding. But I'm gonna say it anyway. This is coming. Stay cheese, she bitch.
So Sam belts out that one-liner. The forest applauds.
Entangled.
As soon as you finish saying it, I'm gonna go, language!
There's that flash of the bolt of lightning releasing, and you just hear this from the air. You see it just flash up in the sky, like just for a moment, the darkness is illuminated as this thing gets zapped, and you see the smoking body fall out of the air.
Oh God, get out of the way!
That's gonna take a 50-foot fall.
Oh man, this thing's
Because it
gonna
was
be
10 feet
paced.
up, and then it flew up 40.
This thing
So
is
it's
gonna be
falling
paced.
50 feet. So
How
it's
dead is
5d6. Well, we're gonna see. Right now, it's technically.
It also technically gets back into
Alive?
range of the entangled stuff.
It can't survive. Let's just see how bad it is. It's at -7. It's got 10 con.
Oof.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
So yeah, just whack, and when it hits, you can see the blood-stained splat
That thing
when
is
it hits
paced.
the ground.
Oh,
Hear, like,
And then the
bones all
vines
snap.
entangle it.
We got it, boss. It's like.
dismissed.
It's like.
Good job, guys.
It's like you imagine someone fleeing in a police chase, and they fall through a skylight and just break everything, and then a bunch of cops just pile on it. And they're like, "No, he's dead."
Handcuff him,
It's
yeah.
not-
Oh, gosh.
I got him. Just handcuff him.
You don't have to bother. But yeah, the
Oh,
plants are
man.
definitely yeah, we're helping. It's done, man.
I mean, they did help.
Yeah.
It's no.
Well, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to question it.
Yeah, we
I
can't
mean-
interrogate that. Ooh, Sam, I know this might sound gross and maybe not good, but
You want to eat it?
maybe?
Oh, is that the
man.
actual? I was joking.
Yeah!
Well, I mean, I don't think you should eat sentient things. Like, I know I
Oh.
talk to animals a lot, but yeah.
Yeah,
It is
Its
intelligent.
liver is
fair.
delicious.
Yeah, it is an
I mean-
intelligent creature, you know.
You're right.
You know who would really
You could
want you to
still
eat that?
eat it. I'm just
In the
telling
Lux
you.
I don't
Fix.
wanna
I'm
do
just-
that.
You know who would really, really want you to eat that? In the Lux Fix. He would really
Yeah,
want
he
you to
would
eat
really
that.
enjoy that.
Yeah, let's not do that. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Are you sure?
Forget that.
It's right. It's free now.
I know,
He
it's
is
free.
so jazzed
He
about
even
it.
seared it. Like,
You
it's
gonna eat that, Harvey? Dibs.
Dibs. Sorry, yeah. Oh gosh.
But okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get into what you're able to loot off of this dead Harvey next session, which will be in 2 weeks.
Man, I thought when
It'll
you
be
dropped
the
the
new year.
egg, it was
2
messy.
weeks. New Year, same.
See y'all next year.
Same us. Same,
nothing else
same
really
unnatural ones. We will be rolling out new Patreon stuff soon after the new year, though. So that is a thing to look out for, because check us out on our Patreon at patreon.com/unnatural_1s. Us and our thing.
Right.
It's fun. We also have YouTube where we upload all the videos on Mondays. So you can catch them if you missed them, or you can recap yourself right before the session goes live. Making a TTRPG will be moving to Patreon as a Patreon exclusive. I know we said that on the last Making a TTRPG, but it's good to repeat that for everybody, just so you guys know. That's not what we're going to be doing next week. We're going to be doing other shenaniganery. Please join our Discord. Let us know your stars, things you love the most about this session, and your wishes, what you want to see in the future, and what you hope will happen, because that's a fun thing to do. Also, you get to see all the GIFs I posted in the middle of this session every time somebody made me think of a thing that was very GIFable.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an otter or a guinea pig or whatever.
I don't know either, but it was
Like,
cute when you were like, "I'm gonna do a dance," and I was like, this is adorable.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.
And good
Oh, yeah, we have
night.
to win the raid.
Oh wait,
Sorry
yeah,
about
we got
that.
a raid.
Yes, the rating.